know prices. Now, again, this is daily. I'll show you guys on a smaller time frame or on the tick chart how this works. But then we get an idea that somewhere in this area they're trading. Guess what? When price comes back here in the future, do you think that we're going to be able to get a high probability trade, higher probability win from that? Does that make sense? So it's rally base rally, rally base drop, drop base drop. Again, this is a really good example here. We're identifying that. Okay, so here, let's look at it this way. Price always revisits levels. Why is that? Why does price always go back to levels? You ever see a news event where price goes exactly to a level that was traded before? Try every single news event, right? So somebody's going to push price back down to this level, get it? So that they can get more contracts. The institutions are greedy. They not only want to take your stops. Identify yet, Carl. I'll get you. We'll teach you. Here, look at it this way, Carl. I'm teaching it now, but you get it given to you if you're part of the club until you learn it yourself. Is that fair? I think that's pretty fair. We give it to you, literally on your charts. They just show up on your chart.
We got you, Carl. We can show you how to do this.
So what this is a process, and let me tell you guys again. This is what I said earlier. Trading's not easy. Mentally, it's a very, very disciplined mental game. Most of us aren't bad at trading. Most of us are bad at keeping our mind in the right spot to trade. Does that make sense, guys? So I'll teach you, Carl. We'll teach you. Paul will teach you. We do this every single day. It's almost hard not to pick up. I'll give Todd Howard again. Great, congratulations on winning the Blue Knox account, Todd. He's a great example. He just retired and became a full-time trader. And Todd, he struggled for a while. Now he's learning it and learning his levels and actually doing fantastic with it too. This guy's gone from a trader that couldn't make money. Todd, tell him, trader that didn't make money to a guy that's making money trading. It's an amazing thing. And all you have to do is it's the mental game. The reason I'm talking about Todd is because I know he's got his mentality on lockdown now. So the biggest problem we typically have as retail traders is not that we can't get it, that we can't get the information. All right, we'll help you out. We'll help you out, Carl.
You're in the right place, Carl.
79% win rate. There you go. Our gold standard is 80%. Todd, 79% win rate. Guys, you can do this. And Todd will tell you, he wasn't successful before trading. He is now. The reason is most of us, again, it's not the learning aspect. We can learn this, okay? Keep it simple. But what we got to do is we got to build a mental state of mind, a mental framework that says that you have, I talk about high expectancy, high win rate, that you have that ability to win on trades. I worked with a trader recently, and every time he got in a trade, he started fidgeting around in his chair. I was like, the thing is should you be when should you have anxiety about trading? Before you get in a trade or after you're in a trade? How about that, guys? Before you get in a trade or after you get in a trade? When should you be the most anxious about the trade? Before or after? Oh man, Carl. When should you have the anxiety? Before the trade or after you're in the trade? Somebody's gonna say the whole time. I'm having anxiety the whole time.
Every single time.
It should never be that way, guys. Yeah, you should be the most aware, alert before you get into a trade. Okay, you shouldn't really have anxiety, but and proving to yourself over time. We'll show you how to do that. Prove to yourself over time that you can be consistent at this. Once you can prove that to yourself, and we have a process we'll take you through to show you that. Once you can prove to yourself that you can be consistent over time, you're most aware, most in tune. If you want to call it anxiety, maybe have anxiety before the trade. But if you've planned in advance, and the reason I'm keeping on this slide, on this chart here, is because if you planned in advance and look back here and said, okay, price visited this area, I mean, it just stopped at it twice. If I plan in advance that when price comes back there, that I'm going to look for a long signal, then my work is done. Once I get into the trade, I should sit back, relax, and let the trade do what it's supposed to do. Does that make sense, guys? Okay. So go back to this. We had rally base rally, rally base drop, drop base drop, and then drop base rally. So those are the 4 rules. And if you want to do something that you can take action on today, go to some small lower time frame charts or use a tick chart and start looking for these very simple examples. So to go back to this example on the tick chart, we see base. Price stayed here. This is the base. This is where they want to trade from. And then when price comes back to this level, magically, and this is a little W pattern, we'll teach you the entries in just a few minutes. There magically is a nice tradable pattern that appears on the chart, and we have some rules that I'll go through in a few minutes on entering these trades. So when you enter, you have predetermined level you want to trade from. We have a zone up here, zone down here. I'll show you a couple more examples in a minute, but the reason I want to show you this example and stay on this for a while is simply because it's a great example that happened recently this week of when we want to trade price. Okay, I'll show you a great example from Friday, all-time highs. We can do this with all-time highs. Here, I'll actually show that from Friday. Where are we at on Friday?
292. 292, Carl.
This level right here. So price came up here Friday. Nobody knew what price was going to do. All-time highs, right? Okay, but what did we do? We patiently waited to see where the big boys wanted to trade from. We saw that after the news event. We saw that contracts were being traded in this level. So we said, okay, that's going to be a level that we want to trade from. Okay. Now we passed on this first. Actually, we did take this long, didn't we? We took this, and then we said later on in the morning, it took a whole from 8:30 to almost 10:30, whole 2 hours. We had to wait 2 hours to get the perfect trade. Well, by gosh, how many times did we say it on Friday, Paul? I was like, well, I'd love for price to come back to 470. I would love for
Yep.
price to come back to 470. I'd love it. And sure enough, price comes back. We get the nice little long trade for a really nice winner here on the NQ and the MNQ. I'll show you the MNQ here in a couple minutes. So what am I trying to say? Price is always going to revisit the level that it came from. Always, always will. Okay, knowing that that's going to happen, our job becomes a disciplined, patient trader that says, I am not going to chase this market. Let it run up. Let it go without me. I don't care. At some point, it's going to come back to a level that you predetermine, and you'll get a decent trade setup. And if it doesn't set up, and I'll talk about trade setups in a couple minutes, but if you don't get a decent trade setup, you don't take the trade either. I'll give you a really good example on what was it, Thursday. I had a level picked on the ES that I wanted to trade from, and I knew exactly what I wanted to trade. Here, I'll show you guys. I drew it out to a T. I drew it with my pen. I said, here, let's do it like this. This is the same thing on Friday. On Friday, before price gets back here, I said, here's what I want to do, guys. I want to see price come back down. I literally did this. I want to see price come back down to this level. Okay. We knew they were trading here, or price wouldn't have came back to the level. Get it? Does that make sense, guys? We knew they were trading there. Does that make sense, guys? So again, we use a 292 on the NQ, a 699 tick chart on the ES, and a 133 tick chart on the YM. We trade the major indices, because at the end of the day, and this is another thing that most people do wrong, they're jumping all over the map on what they're trading. Okay? Let me ask you this one simple question. If you could make the money you want to make and only focus on the M and Q, would you be okay with that? That's the only thing you have to worry about. One product. Would you guys be okay with that? If it's just the M and Q, that's it. Let me see. Type in chat, guys. Would you guys be okay if you only had to focus on one product for the rest of your life and just trade that one product and get what you want? I hope everybody would say yes to that. because that's what we do, guys. We keep it simple. I like the ES. I trade the M&Q with our tick century. I'll show you that in a few minutes as well. And I predetermine my trades. Friday on the ES, I literally drew, and I do this for myself and I do it for everybody. I draw out exactly what I want to see in price action. And amazingly, most of the time, did I lose my screen?
Uh-oh. What happened?
You guys lose my screen?
Tech help. Tech help.
Hello?
There we
Yeah.
go.
Are we good?
Yep. We're back on.
Okay. All right. So Friday, I drew this trade out on the ES, literally with this pen before it happened, and price sure enough comes up, starts to make this little double top that I wanted. I sold it here, and it went back, and I lost on the trade. Does that make me a bad trader? Yes or no? What chart for the 133 tick chart for the Dow? The YM 133 tick chart. Okay. Does this make me a bad trader? I lost on the trade. Now, and by the way, if you're hearing this thing, and I'm gonna tell you this right now, if you're watching somebody on YouTube or some other random, what do we call those guys?
That's right, Robert.
The gurus, and this guru doesn't show you losing trades, get away from that person. They're a liar. They're lying to you. Come on, don't believe
Everybody
them.
knows.
If they don't have losing trades, you get out of there. Something's fishy. Okay. Here's the great thing about me. I show you my losers. I show you my winners. I will show you every single day. Right? I'll show you the losers. I'll show you the winners. You're going to lose. Here, M&Q. How about this, guys? Here's a really good one. On the M&Q this week, we had one account that went down $500 one day on one account. That was it. Every other trade on the M&Q was a winner. Okay? To the tune that on the M&Q Friday, we did almost 1,800 bucks
Micros.
in micros. In
Micros.
micros. Come on, people. If that doesn't get you excited, I don't know what does. We'll show you this live every single day. I can't lie about it. I'm going to
You
literally show
can't
you.
make it up. It's live.
I'm literally going to show you a YouTube clip of us doing it live. I can't make it up. So here's the example I'm trying to make is I planned this trade out. Oh, well, it was a loser. Well, guess what happened in my next trade that I planned out? Because I planned another trade out that goes down like this. And I said, I want to see candles bunch up. I want to see 4 or 5 little candles bunch up here on the tick chart. And then when it breaks that level that it made, I'm going to buy it. How many points do you think I made on the trade? It was on the ES. How many points? Take a wild guess, guys. I know you can't make money using micros. I'll show you. Prove it. I'm gonna prove it on the screen. I'll show you. We did it. Can't make it up. So I lost 4 points on this trade. How many points do you think I made on this trade? It's real stuff. 5 micros. I lost 500 on 5 micros. Yeah.
You lost
But
500 over everything the whole day, not just in one trade.
yeah. So by the way, the one trade that we were down 500 on, the rest of the trades that day on the M&Q ended up being something like 1,200 bucks.
Yeah.
So your net 700 positive. Is that okay, Carl? Could you handle that?
That's all right, Carl. That has never been an issue.
So I'm gonna ask you guys a question
Don't deal
again.
with us.
Let's go back to this question. Go ahead, Paul. Sorry.
No, he said the commissions are high. I said that's not an issue.
Cost of that's called the cost of doing business.
Cost of doing business.
Cost of doing business.
Can't avoid that.
Again, if you're positive, if you're green, Carl, do you really care about the commissions? Seriously, if you're green, do you really care about the commissions?
Cost of doing business. Can't avoid it.
I would hope you'd say no to that question. If you're green, commissions are just there. If you're losing, then commissions hurt worse.
Yeah, and commissions hurt.
Right? Commissions are painful when you're losing money. But if you're not losing money on a regular basis, you're again, you're going to have losers. I can't emphasize that enough. You're just going to, trading's risky. Trading, I got to do my disclaimer. Trading's risky. You can lose money. You can lose your shirt. Our job as traders is to manage the risk. That is our number one job. Manage risk.
We
Okay.
keep our losses recoverable.
Keep your losses. There you go, Paul. Keep your losses recoverable. So the point I'm trying to make is I planned a level, okay, on the ES. It bit me. Do you think I was afraid to trade that level next time price came there? The answer is no. Okay. There's just going to be losing trades. There's nothing we can do about that. Price came up, failed here. Guess what happened? It came back down later that day, and I bought from there and ended up with I think it was like a 12-point runner. Again, you go back on YouTube. Go back on the YouTube channel. Watch it. Watch me. Watch me trade live in front of you on the YouTube channel, people. I can't make it up. It's real stuff. Okay. So the trading dog's here, by the way. Short it.
We can't go short right now.
Can't short it right now. So that's the idea. So we plan these levels by looking at where institutions traded before. Find that footprint. If you write that one thing down, if you can find a institutional footprint on the chart, you've got 90% of the trading game done. Done. Okay. So go speak to what I'm talking about here with the NQ. Finish this off. Is we knew price traded from here before. We knew it. So what did I want to do? What I did live in front of everybody, I took my little pen here and I drew out when price comes back down to this level, I want to see something like this, like a W pattern. And then I'm going to buy it from this level as long as it breaks out of the level. Okay. And sure enough, guess what happened? And I did this live in front of everybody. The members can tell you that. Price came down, gave me that W, and we bought it. Paul stayed in this trade all the way to I think you got somewhere around the R2 level, right, Paul?
Yeah, it was a big trade.
It was a beautiful trade, guys. You did it on the NQ, right? Not the
MQ. I did it in minis. Yeah,
it was a very, very good day. That's a huge trade.
Yeah.
That's a huge trade. And it literally, so we plan this out in advance. We can't plan it out in advance if we don't know where somebody traded from before, an institution. Okay? Does that concept resonate with you guys? Does that make sense? The concept, again, we'll teach you over the long term, but does that concept resonate with you guys? Somebody traded from there before, an institution. There were a lot of contracts traded from there before. So when price goes there again, do you not think that there's a bunch of other institutions, a bunch of other hedge funds, a bunch of other funds that are looking back? They're looking back here saying, holy cow, somebody's trading from here. There's a reason after the news push up, it comes back down here and pushes up again. There's a reason that happened. So we look at those little signs, little cues that these big boys give us and say, maybe when price comes back there, I want to see it get rejected and maybe get rejected a second time for me to take a huge winner. Can you guys handle that? Do you think you can handle that? Carl's participating. Let me ask Carl. Do you think you'd handle that? Just saying, hey, and we tell you live, hey, we're waiting for price to come back here.
And Carl, we trail out of trades. We don't have predefined exit strategies at top. So we just let the market give us what the market's going to give us.
So I'm going to go over entries in my next segment, but that's the thought process behind thinking like an institution. Does that make sense, guys? So we're thinking like an institution. We're not just grabbing trades and throwing them in there. We want to think like an institution and say, okay, well, I'm going to predetermine the level I want in advance. I'm not going to trade here. I don't care. I don't care what happens here. I really don't care. What I do care about is when price comes back to the area I planned about, then I look for the trade. I'll sit here and tell jokes all day long until this price comes back down to here. I waited until 10:30 to get this one trade. From 8:30 all the way to 10:30, I waited for 2 hours to get one trade.
Pay for it, though. It's worth it.
Okay. Hey, Coach Brian.
Yeah.
Okay. We're ready to give away another 50K Buell Knox eval account.
Well, you're just giving them away, aren't you?
Just give them away. Just give them away. All right, let's do it.
Okay, so the word that you need to type in the chat is #levels. It's on the screen there.
Levels. I like it.
#levels.
Type in #levels if you are looking to get a 50K Buell Knox eval. And then also we're going to put back up in the banner, you can also get up to 83% off Buell Knox accounts with the code Liberty. I'll be throwing that back up here in a minute as well. So in addition to what's being given away, you can pick up another couple of accounts. 83% is a hella nice discount. So keep typing it in if you're interested. Hashtag levels.
And if you're not
Hashtag
interested,
levels.
give it to me.
Hey, Robert, what's up? Bob. Anybody else? Hashtag levels. Dan, what's happening? Looks like maybe everybody's typed in now.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Trying to give everybody a chance here.
Here we go. Dan.
Dan.
Winner.
Hey, Dan. All right, buddy.
So Dan just typed in that into the chat so we can verify that you've got that. And as long as Dan responds in 5 minutes, there he is. So Miss Paulina, add Dan to that list. And I'm going to turn the mic back off and turn it back over to Coach Brian.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you. Yeah, Carl. We have a support team that can help you with any of the what's what I'm looking for.
The technical stuff.
Technical stuff.
Carl, we got you, Carl. I promise. Yeah. We can help you with everything.
Members, tell Carl we're gonna help him out. We will, won't we, members?
Technical to the learning part to everything.
I got word that we had a bunch more people join us. Guys, type in chat so you can enter to. If you don't, you got to type in chat to get yourself in to enter for the chance to win one of these evals. All right, guys. So if you're here and you're being quiet in the background, don't do it. Type in chat now, and we'll make sure that you're on the list. All right. All right. Back to. I don't see my presentation up. I see the winner, Dan. Carl, let's do this. Miss Paulina is going to reach out to you, Carl, and get you on Paul's schedule to chat with you Monday. How about that, Paul?
Yes, that's.
Carl, that good with you? We'll get you on the schedule to chat Monday, and make sure you're in the chat. Make sure you're in our trade room on Monday too, Carl. If you're in on Monday, you'll get a lot. Just observe Monday. Just observe, okay? Well, you might win a month for free if you stay in this presentation, but it's only $297. That's it, Carl. But if you hang tight for the presentation, you might actually win a month for free. Sound good, Carl? But it's only $297. And we'll give you a lot. I'll show you that in a minute. So let's talk about trade entries. How am I doing on time, guys? I'm on an hour or two now.
Dentist.
Look at that, Paul. I'm staying on track.
This is unbelievable. He's actually on track.
This is crazy.
Amazing.
Oh man. So Carl, stay in for the remainder of the thing. You might actually win a membership. Okay. We'll get you started. And you might actually start making money before the end of your first month.
You might actually be able to pay for it.
You might actually be able to do it. You might actually get in for free for a month and start making enough money to pay for it, to stay in longer. That'd be a cool situation, wouldn't it? All right, so what are we going to do for entries? We're going to talk about how do we want to look for entries. We have a really simple thought process. So first, let me review this. The first thing we talk about, the first thing that we teach you, and the first thing I do for you is I give you these levels, these zones that we want to trade from. Real time. Look, I'll show you on the YouTube channel. So and then we wait until price gets there. And then when price gets to our level, we don't just enter the trade. We yeah, that would be cool, Carl. We don't just jump in the trade. We look for points of influence, and I'm going to show you what those are right now. So we look for price action changes in our favor. So price is coming down, then we're going to wait for price to get to the level, stall out, and get rejected from the level in a very specific way to get into that trade. Okay, this allows us to take a very, very, very low risk very low risk entry into the trade. And then again, using high probability thought process, we're going to take a couple targets off first. And sometimes we'll add back into the trade if we start getting a big winner. And I'll show you that with tick entry here in a couple minutes as well. And then once we take our targets off, we get in a risk-free situation very fast. Okay. Which is why when we get into trades, we do not panic. We don't worry. We don't care. Like, you know, my hardest job is waiting for price to get to the level I want to trade. Once it gets there, everything else is easy. And I'll show you that on the chart, and I'll show you. Should I show them the YouTube video now? Let's go to that now. Okay, and then I'll talk through the entry. So let me. There we go. Trade management. So I will do trade management after this. Let me pull this down. Go back to the YouTube channel. Blow this guy up. This is our trading chat room. You got Justin in here with us. Stretch is here with us. They're chatting in the chat room, so you're able to ask questions. There's my pretty face. So this is a good example of a trade we took. I know that's probably a little hard for you guys to see. Can everybody see at least the blurred image of the entry here?
Maximize your screen.
What's that?
I said if you maximize your screen, it's better.
I thought I did.
No, I'm talking about the people watching.
Oh, maximize your screen or zoom in. Okay. All right. So this is real. This is live, guys. Like I said, I can't make this up. This is the ES. I'm pointing at the ES right now. So this is exactly what I did. Is I waited for price. I waited for price to come back to a level. Okay. This is real. We did this live in front of you. We're going to help you with that, Carl. If you want to, let's give. We're going to go through that at the end of the. Can you stay till the end of the presentation, Carl?
No, he said he has a dentist appointment.
Huh?
He said he has a dentist appointment.
He does. Can you?
Do we have Paulina, can you get him set up?
Miss Paulina, can we get Carl set up? Do we have your phone number, Carl? We'll text you and get you set up, okay? Do we have your phone number? If we do, we can text you or email you if we have your email address. We have a special link for you to sign up today, okay? And you know what, Carl? Since you've been participating, you got a dentist appointment on Saturday? Oy, that's not my idea of a Saturday.
That's a dentist.
Okay, let's get that number for Carl and then delete that out of the chat so we don't put him on put his phone number on the spam list. Okay, so guys, everybody else, this is a trade we jumped in on the ES. We waited for price to come down and then revisit the level we want to trade from, and then we waited. We didn't just jump in. We waited for price to stall. Get it? Rally, base, drop. The same thought process. Awesome. Yeah, I worked out 5 days this week. Oh my gosh, Paul, I haven't done 5 days in a long time. I am sore.
I gotta get back.
How long has it been since you heard me do 5 days in the gym?
Been a while.
It's been a while. I was pretty pumped up this week. Pretty excited this week. So we lit price. This is the ES, by the way. I'm going to show you the MNQ and what we do on the MNQ as well with our Tick Century product. So you'll get access to that as well, Carl. Tick Century. So you'll get all the tools and toys to play with. So we waited for price to come back to the level. Again, I can't make this up. This is what we did in real time, live in front of you, streamed on YouTube. Waited for price to come back to the level, stall, base, get it, and then drop back out of the level. I was a little late on this entry, but again, I have such confidence in my levels that it's okay if I'm late on the trade. Now, I didn't show this, but there was 2 targets. I had 3 contracts on, got 2 off when price came down here, and moved my stop to a guaranteed win. Guys, think about this. If you could do that in your trades, how much less stress do you have? I'm done. Like, I made money now. I don't have to worry about it. I can slow down, relax, sit back, chill out. I'm done at that point. I believe this is the link. Oh yeah. Liberty Trading Club. Just look up Liberty Trading Club on YouTube. You'll find it, guys. Go back, watch the videos. We do it live every day. Now there's a delay. If you're watching on YouTube, there's a delay, so you probably don't want to take trades with us on YouTube, but you can watch and see that the process works every single day. YouTube.com/Liberty Trading Club. There you go. We got in the chat. So we waited for this trade to go in, and then magically, as price continued to go in our favor, we trailed a stop down. Let me fast forward it just a little bit. I'm also going to show you the M&Q trade we got into. We use it to scale in short. We use our tick century as a dollar cost averaging tool on the M&Q. And we use micros when we're using dollar cost averaging because, well, you don't get that heavy as far as risk goes. Again, what is our number one job as a trader? Somebody say it. What is our number one job? It starts with an R. What is it, guys? Come on. Somebody type it in quickly. Number one job. Manage risk. We are risk managers. That is our number one job as traders.
Protect your capital.
Risk managers. Guys, you're blowing up your evals because you're going too heavy into these trades. You're using too many contracts. And Paul's going to do this in a minute, but if your eval says you can use 10 contracts, that's because they want you to use 10 contracts and blow the thing up and pay for another one. We are risk managers. That is our number one thing. Manage risk, okay? Be patient enough, wait for price to come to your level, and then be smart enough to know if I want to take this trade, I know how much risk I have in it. I'm not going 10 contracts deep into this. I'm going to go 3 contracts in my account. I'm going to scale into micros on the M&Q so that I'm not too heavy on risk. We take a $500 risk each account per day. And if we hit that $500 risk, we rotate to another account. What a novel concept. And what do you think the odds are we're going to hit the $500 risk again tomorrow on the same account? What are the odds of that, guys?
Or
even if you're doing it without me, without
5
Paul.
days in a row.
What are the odds what are the odds you hit that $500 risk 5 days in a row on the same account?
You could coin flip your way out of that.
What are those odds, guys? Okay, cool, Carl. Yeah, just we'll get you on Paul's calendar for Monday too. Guys, tell me, what are the odds of that? What are the, like, can somebody say 0?
Yeah, nil. That's it, Scott.
Nil. There you go, Scott. The odds of that are so slim. Again, I'm going to be doing a brand new eval with you guys on Monday. How many people will take that challenge? How many people will take this challenge with me Monday? Brand new eval, do everything I do, and you might actually make money. How many people will actually do that? Say yes. Type in chat.
You'd be crazy not to.
Eval challenge. Come Monday. Who wants to do it?
Everybody go get a fresh eval. We'll start brand new on Monday. Everybody.
Who's in? Say yes or type eval in, guys. Type in eval. Who's in on that? Take the eval challenge with me Monday. Just Scott. Scott's the only one in on that one.
And all we want is 50%
right, KJ,
of your pay.
Who's in, guys? Eval? Rusty's in.
Yeah.
Who's in? Come on. This is going to be fun, guys. I'll show you. I'm going to do it live in front of you. You just do whatever I do. Todd's in, I know. Got a few more people. I know we got like what? Quite a few more people. Okay.
Oh, look at you, Justin.
That's awesome.
What a problem to have, Justin. What a problem to have. Only have PA and accounts. I hate when that happens.
Then eval challenge come Monday. We're gonna do it. I'm gonna show you guys.
Go spend. They're 83% off. Go buy one right now.
Is there anybody else you can go to out there that's gonna actually just live in front of you and show you the same eval? I'll show you the number on the screen of the eval account. I can't change it. I can't bait and switch you on this one. It's just real stuff. Is there anybody else out there that you've seen that's gonna do this? Do you know anybody, Paul, that does it? I know you look around at all these channels.
No, not really. Not live.
Not that live in front of you guys. I can't make it up. Real.
That means win or lose. Live in front of you.
Win or lose, I'm live in front of you. I don't know that there's anybody that does that and doesn't bait and switch you on the accounts. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna show you everything live. So let's go into this. Let me continue with this. We're gonna see this trade play out. So the entry on the trades, I'm gonna show you on the live chart in a second, but we'll just play this out a little bit. As you can see, we got deep into contracts. I'm gonna talk about both of these because these are both great trades, by the way. ES, great trade. M&Q got into this. Wednesday, what do we do on Wednesday on the M&Q? It was thousands of dollars on the M&Q Wednesday.
It is ridiculous.
Guys, and then you make your money on one account, rotate to another one. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. It's a magical formula that we're going to teach you guys. Magical. And I hate to admit to I've watched trading videos, hours of trading. Yeah, Rusty's in on the challenge. Yeah, no, guys, Rusty, you saw me. You saw me on Friday. Did you not, Rusty? I can't make that up, can I, Rusty? It was real in front of you. Rusty saw me on Friday. It was his first day with us. Yeah. Are you a believer at that point, Rusty? Took one day, right? I think he did. Paul, you talked to him, right?
Yeah, Rusty's a good guy. I like Rusty.
Did he believe what he saw?
Oh
live?
yeah. I mean, you can't. Again, guys, look,
Can't make that up.
it's done live in front of you. We teach you how to control the risk. I mean, if you just apply the rules that we teach you, it just works. It just works.
Literally live in the trade. I'm not only trading it and the M&Q, I'm also teaching it what? Teaching it live in the trade. I'll move the chart over and I start drawing on the chart to show you exactly where we want to move our stops to. Can you follow that, guys?
But I think most importantly, Brian, is that we're teaching you how to do what Brian is doing. That's the end goal here.
We're not spoon feeding you. We're teaching you and spoon feeding you at the same time. So if one day I'm not around, you can still do this yourself. Learn it. Do it yourself. So I teach you live, and then I do it live in front of you. I move the stops. I show you literally live in front of you, moving the stops, where to move the stops to, how and when to move the stops, all the way down into profits. Now I added this trade. That's why I make more money. That's why my target went down, because I added back in on the rally, as you can see. And all the while, this little M&Q scale in dollar cost averaging is kicking butt over here, taking contracts, taking profits, taking contracts, taking profits. And we also teach you this. I got a core one position short on this trade in the M&Q, and then I kept letting our product tick century go back up and come back out and give you those trades. Oh, thank you, appreciate it. and then as you stay in the trade, you continue just let it our tick century product, which I'll show you at the very end of the presentation. Let it. We do the old Ron Papel thing. Set it, forget it. Literally, you just once you have a good premise, and you know where you want to trade from, like I said earlier, know where you want to trade from. Don't just randomly go into it. And once you know where you want to trade from, then all of a sudden it magically becomes easier as a trader. So I want to show you this, because this is live. Go to YouTube and look at it live in front of you. Show you making money. Look at this, guys. 12 points deep in this short on the ES. How many of you guys can say that? How often do you get 12-point trades on the ES? How often do you get 100-point trades on the NQ? How often do you guys do that? Anybody other than Todd? I know Todd does it. Todd will stay in a trade for 6 hours if he has to. And you guys do that? This is huge. And there was another ES trade I took back here. So this is the same ES trade, still in it. Guys, don't be afraid of making money. And then again, I'm teaching you where to move your stops to. So okay, so let's get into that. Stop management right there. Getting deep, deep, deep. Look how deep we're into this trade. Who has trades like that on a regular basis? Guys, I'm not bragging on myself. What I'm trying to do is tell you that you can do it, and I'll do it with you, and I'll tell you when to do it. I'll show you. So this is real time, real trading, real stuff done live in the markets. Look how deep we are on the M&Q right there. That's huge, huge. Guys, how many trades a week like this do you need to be happy? Let me ask you that question. And it said it exactly at the same. I'm not sure I understand what Rusty said there, but look, guys, price is going to repeat levels. One a day, yeah. Well, I know you two do. You get one a day, but guys, on a regular basis, we show you this on a regular basis. All right, so enough of that. Let's go back to the presentation. We're going to talk about trade management. We're going to talk about entries. I'm going to show you live on the chart. I'm going to give you some ideas of how this works on a chart. That's where a video is supposed to go, but you guys already have it. Let me move this over here. I'm gonna stick with the NQ. You guys cool with that? Stick with the NQ. Same thing on the MNQ, same thing on the ES, same thing on the MES. Doesn't change. I'll pick one. I'll pick one for Friday. Where was that one we had Friday? It was here. Let's just use this short. Let's use this as an example. I'll blow this up. Okay, assuming you had already picked the price level, assuming that you have already picked the price level that you want to trade from. Okay, this is again hypothetical because you saw it on the chart live on YouTube just a second ago. But we got to go through theory because you got to teach on theory and do practical application live. Love this coconut water. Okay, so offer two after 2 to 500 green in a trade or a 15-minute. I get anxiety. It's a work in progress. Justin, you're doing well though. You're doing a lot better, a lot better. So here's what we do. Real simple, real straightforward. Again, our entries are straightforward, guys. I'll show a couple to you. Let me do it this way before I start drawing on the screen. We're waiting for price. This is the trade right here, the one from Friday. We're waiting for price to revisit the level we picked before. Simple, right? Just wait. Then we have some very straightforward entry thought process. One, we use stochastics. Okay, that's just a guide for us. We don't care what stochastics are until price gets to the level we want to trade from. Then we're going to say, okay, is stochastics hooking up? Very simple. HMA, whole moving average. Very simple. We wait for price to stay inside that whole moving average. Okay, and then the third thing we look for here is we want to see, let me spread this out. We want to see, again, going through the same process of rally, base, drop, drop, base, rally. We want to see the same thing. So we want to see price come to our level. We want to see it stall out. And then we want to see, we're going to wait patiently for price to start going in our direction on the trade. And then this is the beautiful thing about this. We get in the trade and we take targets off. Targets. We're guaranteed money at that point because then our stop can stay. We start with our stop one tick behind the low, 1 point on the NQ, 1 tick on the ES. We start with a point below it, and then we simply have 2 targets off. We can sit and relax. Now, it doesn't matter if price comes back and tries to take those silly retail trader stops, and that's all this is, guys. Price is coming back. Price will come back, take stops. Guess what we're going to do? We're going to patiently wait for them to do that because we know it's going to happen. Does that make sense? Does that make sense, guys? We know. How many of you are out there getting your stops taken? You guys are out there getting stops taken, right? You get in a perfectly good trade and you move your stop too fast because you get excited. I made some money. And then you move your stop up and all of a sudden it comes down and wicks you out. All of a sudden does that. Okay? So what I want to teach you to do, is be patient. Take these targets. You're guaranteed money on the trade now. Be relaxed about your stop. And then when price comes back and takes all the silly retail trader stops and continues in your direction, then you take this spot right here and you move your stop up. And then same thing, price is going to come back, take retail trader stops. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to wait for that to happen and we're going to move our stop up after it happens. Why? What do? We say pay yourself to do what, guys? Then it runs 20 points. Yeah. So, or in this case, how many points is this? A bunch of points. Like, how many points do you need to be happy on the NQ in a trade? I mean, let's think about this, guys. Somebody put it in on the NQ. How many points do you need to be happy on a trade? Pay yourself. Thank you, Justin. Pay yourself to stay in the trade. Thanks, guys. Write that down. If you're not a member, write it down. If you don't like me and you don't want to be a member, write it down. Pay yourself to stay in the trade. If you like us, come join us Monday morning. I'll show you this live. Okay? So there you go. 200 and 1,000. That's it. So we wait for it to happen. And then we wait. We wait for this price to stall up here. Get it? Rally, base, rally. And then we can move our stop up. Magic. We wait for the base again. Then we move our stop up. Okay? And then at that point, you're so deep in the trade, who cares? But then you make a decision. How far do you want to take this? How far do you want to stay in the trade? Okay. Now again, most of the time, all you have to do is follow the stops that we call out for you. If I'm not in the trade, Paul will still call stops. We'll say, wait, be patient. Wait until price goes back up, then move your stop. Wait until price stalls and moves back up, move your stop. And then I always say dealer's choice, as a trader, cheap enough to trade, you can decide if you want a more relaxed stop or if you want to hit a true target somewhere up here. I think you guys got out on this trade around R2 on Friday. That's what I think happened, right?
Yeah. That's where when it came back. Yeah, right there.
Yeah, you were somewhere around R2. Guys, that's huge. People say you can't trade the NQ because it's a bucking Bronco. No, you can trade the NQ. Why? Use levels first. Know where we want to trade from. I'm going to say this over and over today. Know where you want to trade from. If you don't know where you want to trade from before you start to trade, you've already lost. Does that statement resonate with anybody? If you don't know this is where you want to trade from, you already lost. Does that resonate? Does that make sense, guys? You explain what pay yourself means, and yeah. So I'll explain that again. Let's go through that real quick again. So our thought process is, when we're doing our manual entries, now we do 6 entry, which we're using dollar cost averaging and scaling into trades and out of trades. So I'll show you that, Rusty. But we enter the trade. We say, okay, I started drawing boxes because it just helps people. We want to see price stall out here and make a base. And then when it breaks out of the base, we want to get into the trade. Okay, you got that part, Rusty? So that's the entry. We're looking at little W's, little consolidation patterns, things like this. We'll see the bigger M's, like this guy over here. Oh, that was bad. Ooh, what a bad drawing. We want to see the bigger M's over here, those double tops. We want to see these double bottoms, triple bottoms. We want to see these consolidation patterns that we can draw a box around and let price break out of it. So those are our entries. Not complicated. Those are pretty straightforward entries, right? Everybody, not just Rusty. Those are pretty straightforward. That's all we do. Like, it really is that simple. Do we do anything else, Paul? That's pretty much all we look for, right?
That's pretty much it.
That's it. Can you handle that? Can you guys handle that? Double tops, double bottoms, consolidation breakouts. That's it. Can you guys handle that? Give me a quick guess. Okay. Those are entries. We're waiting for price to go to the level and then give us some kind of pattern that says that it's going to move away from that level. Okay, that's one. So let me talk about pay yourself to stay in the trade. So we get this entry here. And the only reason I'm using this is because it's an actual trade that we took. Okay. I didn't take it. I actually didn't take this trade. I was on the M&Q scaling in, but Paul took the trade. And we called this trade at 10. I think we were right around 10 o'clock when we called the trade. Think about that, guys. We said that we wanted this trade right here, all the way back here when this happened. That's planning in advance. Okay, so pay yourself to stay in a trade. What we do is we have multiple contracts. We don't just trade one contract. We don't over leverage, but we have multiple contracts. So if the minis are too big, you do it in the micros. And then you take a couple contracts as target profits. Okay, so if you had 3 contracts, you would be down to 1 contract after those targets are off, with your stop starting right here. Okay, that makes sense? So in essence, what we just did was we took contracts off the table so that we could guarantee ourselves a no-lose trade. So now that's what we mean by pay yourself to stay in trade. We took profits off the table, contracts off. Now we've paid ourselves some money, okay? And now we can stay in the trade. That's all it is, Rusty. Does that make sense? Really straightforward. And then we just wait. We just wait for this to happen to move our stop up. We wait for it to come back down here for this to happen, and we move our stop. We wait for this consolidation pattern and breakout, move our stop. And so now we're in the trade way longer than most people would be in the trade, and we wait for that breakout, move the stop. And then at this point, you're staying here or maybe trailing up a little bit more aggressively. Got it?
Yep.
Make sense, Rusty? Guys, got it? Everybody, let me know real quick. I think we're time to move to the next session. What time is it? 11:35. Okay, good. All right, awesome. All right, so the entry. Let me show you a couple of different entries here. Real straightforward. This is simple, guys. Price comes to our level. Price comes to the level. We're waiting patiently. We're not just buying once it gets down here. We're going to wait for this double bottom to happen, and then we buy. And our stop starts here. This was really good long too. And then price consolidates here. When it breaks out of that level, that spot, we move our stop up. Price consolidates here, breaks out, move our stop up. Price consolidates here, breaks out, move our stop up. Price consolidated there, breaks out, moves our stop up. And then so forth, so on, until you manage yourself into bigger profits. Okay, so that's another example. So this process is straightforward, right, guys? Is there anything confusing about this process? Keep it straightforward. So what do? We planned. Let me look at this. We planned an area we wanted to trade from. Okay, I'll show you on a different day. Here, this is magical. Let's go to another day when price was back in our level.
Brian, when you wrap up there, let's take a quick break.
What's that?
I said, when you get done here, let's take a quick break. Give everybody a chance to
Okay,
touch
we'll
their
take
legs. Coffee break.
Reset break. Okay.
Whenever you're done, go ahead and finish what you're doing.
Yeah. So here, perfect trade. Okay. Here's a great one. We'll do this one as an example. So again, we predetermined this was the level we want to trade from. Okay. Now we could have looked at all these trades; they were all valid. But let's just look at this. To stay in trades longer, guys, we take what the market gives us. If we get into this little trade here, look, this is simple. We get in this trade, we enter here. Our stop starts here. As it goes down, it consolidates, breaks out, our stop goes down. Consolidates, breaks out, our stop goes down. We take what the trade gives us, comes back, takes us out here. Who cares? It's longer than most of you would stay in a trade anyway. Same thing here. Nice little consolidation. Break of consolidation. We're in the trade short. Consolidation. We've taken targets off too here, guys. We've taken 2 targets. We move our stop to there. Nice little consolidation down here. Goes down. We move our stop to there. Nice little reverse, little rally here. It finally broke out of that here. We move our stop down. Another little consolidation spot. Breaks out of it. Move our stop down. Another bigger consolidation. Broke out here. We move our stop down. Does that make sense, guys? Is that pretty straightforward? So what am I telling you? What am I telling you right now? We wait for price to get to our level. So we pick our level in advance. And then when price gets to our level, we wait for it to do a certain specific number of things, which is very simple: double top, double bottom, consolidation break. That's it. We call them setups. We wait for the trade to set up. You guys have heard that before. And then once it sets up and goes in our favor, we get in the trade, and then we take targets off and we manage it into bigger profits. Straightforward, guys? That pretty straightforward? Rusty, you got that?
That's paying yourself to stay in the trade.
Pay yourself to stand. That is exactly right. Pay yourself to, and guys, we're not taking a lot of risk on these. We're starting once we stop right above the swing we enter. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, he says. Sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. All right. Break time?
Tom? Break time?
You guys want to do a break? Let's do it. Let's do like a 10-minute break, maybe.
Tom?
Put this.
Yes, we're going to do a break, but let's give away another
Okay.
eval, and let's do the word. Hang on, let me get it up on the screen here. We're going to do hashtag break.
Break.
Hashtag
Hang
break.
on. I got to remove somebody from the screen here. Hang on. There we go. There we go. Hashtag break. So everybody type hashtag break if you are interested in winning a $50,000 account eval from Buell Knox. Also, don't forget that you get discounted Buell Knox accounts if you use the code Liberty at checkout when you're on with Buell Knox. So everybody just hashtag break. Yep, hashtag break. Excuse me, pardon me.
Let's go. So let's win this thing.
Hashtag break. Anybody else?
Can I put in hashtag break?
You can. Who are you gonna give your prop firm to if you give it?
Oh, I want a fresh one to trade on Monday.
Oh, there you go.
I got to go out and buy one.
Hey guys, come on! If you're out there, I know there's some people that didn't type in. Type it in. Hashtag break. You know, for a chance to win. It's randomly drawing. It's gonna do it here in just a second. Type it, guys, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, Brian. Say win.
Say win.
Sam, hold on. Sam, put in hashtag break.
He missed this one. Sam, stay for the next one. We'll get another one away.
Yeah, we got two more.
We got a few more.
Scott. Hey, Scott got it. There you go, buddy.
Scott.
Okay, guys, we're going to go ahead and take about a 5-minute break, and we will be back. I'm going to play a little bit of a montage here in the middle. So for those of you not familiar or you haven't been with the club in a minute, just take a look at this video and learn a little bit more directly from the members here at Liberty Trading Club.
I'm a same-day trader, trading futures. I've been trading for about a year and a half. I started with crypto, did some liquidity pools. I did options with the company, and then I found Liberty. I've been with them for about 8 months, and I'm glad I did it.
I'm Denise Hewitt. They call me D Nice in the room. I'm a day trader. I guess I would consider myself a scalp trader.
Construction management, I wanted to look for some additional side income, try to learn how to trade the markets so I could manage my own longer term accounts. That's what I thought this would be a little bit more about, but what I came to learn is that the markets can be traded from a daytime perspective. Learned about some of the benefits of trading intraday.
Sometimes I think for me, prop firms, especially when they have a big sale or something and you can buy a bunch of them for really cheap, it's easy to think of it as funny money and not take it seriously. I've had those challenges, not following my business plan, which is, X amount of dollars, stop in that account for the day, move on to the next one. That was a real struggle, just blowing accounts, just blowing them. And that
Attempting to trade, but didn't have a game plan. Nothing was just set in stone. And at Liberty, they give you a plan, take the emotions away because you have a plan. When you have a plan, you have confidence in that plan. If you don't have a plan.
The Airbnb at boot camp, and I felt like that I got a little bit more special treatment where they were nudging me like, you've got to get this. And by the time boot camp was over, I was allowed to start trading counter trend, which definitely helped. With usually the counter trend trades, the very first one is a pretty big trade. And so that was a really big deal. Let's see, I get yelled at, let's say it that way. they took me under their wing so well that I've become just one of the people that they can pick on. That's a good thing, because sometimes
For me, a lot of modules. I've been other places where they offer training modules, but that's all you get. With Liberty, you're getting hands-on training from other members, come to your aid, and the coaches. I can pick up the phone and call anytime and get
them to not have to feel that they have to be able to have an employer for a job if they don't necessarily want one. They can be able to have this as something that they can be able to self-sustain themselves and learn from a young age while it's fresh and early. They're going to be able to take to it like a fish in the water, so much more than anything else. And so, no, it's definitely been a lot of time where all of a sudden Megan will give me a look, or I'll give her a look across the side. We sit literally side by side with one another as we trade. And it's been a learning experience. And I'm grateful that our marriage is very strong, even where it is, for that place that this is not a contention between each one of us. This is actually, we're trying to do this to build one another up and to help each other. And that doesn't mean that we're not perfect every day. But the whole point is that we actually want to grow together and run this as a business. And that prop firms, the whole works where person.
Going to happen today I'm sure I'm going to be profitable today in some way, shape, or form. Yes, that confidence, having a very good chance of being profitable every day in some way, shape, or form. It may not be huge, but you're going to feel good about it. You're going to feel like you made the right decisions getting in trades when you did, at the time that you did, at the level that you did.
Things that you've noticed after joining the club, not necessarily just from the trading aspect, but from a life change and everything else, because sometimes people get into trading. I've got one guy that I know that I try to help out, and it affected his life negatively. His losses affected his relationships with his.
And I was in a really hard financial spot at the time too. So the fact that they did that for me, they took me under their wing and they were teaching me tricks and secrets. And
it would, if I can't remember, I just think I felt,
Are we ready to go? Check. 1, 2. Test.
I say we go whenever we're ready.
Are we ready to go? I don't see my face.
Let's see.
There he is. All right. Okay. All right. As soon as I see my presentation back up, we're going. Are you guys ready to go? Type in a quick Y in chat if you guys are ready to go.
Who's ready?
See if we get everybody back from break. A little quick Y in chat if you can hear my voice and you're ready to go. All right, we got a few people. Come on, guys. Let me see a few more people in. Let me know you're ready. John T. All right. Come on, guys.
While everybody's coming back, remember we've kind of expanded the broadcast. We are out on YouTube, Facebook, and on X right now. So we're broadcasting across all of these platforms. If you're watching us on there, we welcome you and invite you to join into the chat and let us know that you're following us on that platform, and feel free to get in on one of the last 2 You'll Knox accounts that we're giving away, and then we still have 3 memberships to give away at the end.
Yeah.
3 full
buddy.
Premiere memberships to give away.
All right. Let's I guess we're gonna get one then. You guys ready to go? I got 4 or 5 people say they're ready to go, so I'm assuming the rest of you people are ready to go as well. Let's jump right into it. So here, what are the common mistakes we make as retail traders? I mean, so the first thing I talked about was a mindset. So you've got to start thinking. You've got to change your thought process. The biggest problem people have is they feel like they're missing trades. Okay? How many of you guys actually feel like you're missing trades all the time? You get that FOMO. A lot of us. We do it, don't you guys? You get FOMO. You think about your missing trades. So the biggest problem that we try to fix is the most important problem that we fix with people is that you feel like you're missing out. You feel like you're missing. You feel like you need to chase a trade, chasing price, not managing your risk. But the biggest problem we find with most traders is that mental hurdle of saying, I don't have to be in every single thing that wiggles in the market. Okay. So I go back to this. I go back to a really simple thing. As an institution, do you care about the little wiggles in the market? Yes or no? If you really want to trade and be profitable long term, you have to think, you have to put your mindset in the mindset of an institutional thought process. Okay? Does that make sense, guys? If I'm an institution, I'm not waiting. I don't care what happens. I'm going to wait for price to go to where I want it to go before I take the trade. So as a retail trader, oh my camera's not up. As a retail trader, we need to think the same way. We need to change our thought process and say, hey, listen, let's here, let me slide this over and show you on the chart. Let's wait. Okay, going back to Friday. Let's wait. Again, here's a great example. We don't care about this stuff. We don't care. We didn't trade it set up. But if we waited soon enough, remember I called this inverse head and shoulders here Friday? That was a beautiful trade call too. We waited for price to go to our level. Okay, it didn't make the trade. Remember what we were talking about a few minutes ago? We're not just going to jump in. If you look at what I was showing you a few minutes ago, guys, price comes down. Okay, it starts to consolidate. It didn't break out. So we wait. Price came down here. It didn't set up the right way. Maybe some people took trade there, but then what happened? It consolidated again and broke out for a nice win. Guys, that's all we have to do is if we know I want to trade from here, I know it. Okay, I'm not going to take any random trade. I'm going to wait for price to get there. You wait from 1041 all the way till 1056. Oh no, I'm just going to jump in the trade. No, I'm not. I'm going to wait. It didn't work. Okay, I waited till 1057. Didn't like this. Didn't like the way it set up. Didn't take trade. And then all of a sudden, I waited all the way till 11:10, when price finally did what I wanted to do, and I took the trade. Think about that, guys. Can you wait 30 minutes to take one of these trades? Yes or no? Answer that question. Can you wait 30 minutes to take one of those trades? Do you have that kind of patience? Yes or no, guys? Type in chat real quick. And yeah, Justin said it best. Institutions don't care about time. They don't care. Has Goldman Sachs been alive longer than you have? Right? There you go, guys. Yes. Okay. Goldman Sachs has been around. Guys, they don't care when price gets there. They care about just that price gets there. Okay. We've got to change our mentality. That's the biggest hurdle that when I coach people, and Paul will tell you the same thing when he coaches people, that's the biggest hurdle we deal with when working with retail traders. Isn't that right, Paul? He's probably on mute.
Sorry, I'm on mute. Yes, absolutely. When that is absolutely the biggest hurdle.
If you want to be profitable, you have to learn, yes, to wait for the price action at the level you want. Did you wait on that trade to the 570 area because of the amount of time bounced at that level? Let me look at that, Rusty. I don't think I didn't actually. Oh, I did actually take this. I did it in the MNQ. 570? You mean 470? Did you mean 470, Rusty? Did you wait on that trade to the 570? Yeah. And I waited the whole time
because we didn't get a setup, Rusty. That's why
for it to give me the thing. I wanted, the setup that I wanted. Oh, I can blow it up. I think you can zoom in on your screen. So we waited the whole time. We waited. Didn't take it. Waited. And I saw this forming, and I saw it consolidate here. And I was like, this looks like an inverse head and shoulders. Sure enough, it was. And when it broke out, sure enough, we took it and got the long out of it. I scaled into it with the tick entry, which I'll show you in a couple minutes. I showed you on the YouTube channel. We use that, and I'm going to go over that in my next segment here, how to use our process with a dollar cost averaging system. Hard to see it. There's a zoom, guys. They can zoom in, right?
You can full screen it if you're on a computer, and I'm assuming you can do it on mobile with just zooming. There you go. Whatever you just did worked. Take us off the picture. We don't need to be there.
Yeah. So you get the fake out. We this inverse head and shoulders in our pattern in our world, we call it a fake out breakout. So they bring it down, consolidate it, they shoot it lower to get retail people thinking short. But we're smarter than that. We're going to wait for them to tip their hand. Does that make sense, guys? So we're just going to wait until they tip their hand, until they tell us, somebody. Who is they? Who is John Galt? Anybody read Atlas Shrugged? What a long book, too. Whew. That took me like a year to get through. Good book, though. We wait for them to tell us, guys. What are they telling us? We know they're telling us they want to trade here. It wouldn't stop. Does that make sense? First and foremost, we know starting right here. Put some big arrows. We know that they want to trade from here. Does that make sense? First and foremost, we know they want to trade from here. Everybody answer yes or no. It would not have stopped and stayed there for this many bars if they didn't want to trade from there. So we know that first. Got that? Does everybody have that? Let me know. Quickly. Yes or no, guys? Do you have that? Okay, more than just got. Let's go. Rusty, everybody, Justin, everybody's got that, right? We know they wanted to trade from here. This is what we're waiting on. Dan, thank you. Okay, so we know they want to trade from there. We don't just get into the trade. We know they want to trade from there. Great. They faked out the retail people. And how many retail people started chasing this short right here? How many people do you think did that? You know how many a whole bunch of retail people took that short and lost on it? Not us. We sat and said, okay, well, maybe we couldn't take it here. We couldn't take that.
Some members probably got in right there.
Well, some of them got long there, I'm sure of it.
Yeah, some members might have.
An email text. Well, I didn't still like it like this. I was like, okay, let me see this be the fake out first. And sure enough, it was a fake out. Get the retail people thinking short here. They try selling. We see this candle stop here and we say, oh, a second, they might be reversing this. And then all of a sudden, it starts to consolidate again at the same level. Get it? Oh, drop, base, drop, rally, base, rally. You guys get that part? It doesn't matter what chart you're looking at. So then, when they finally tip their hand and said, we're going to take this long, we go long with them. Is this a simpler way? Let me ask that question. Is this a simpler way for you guys to look at trading? How many people overcomplicate their charts and they have all these different blinds and drawings and wigglies? Your chart looks like a Jack and Pollock painting. How many people's charts look like that? Right? Too much stuff on your charts. Take it off. You don't need it. We have our money line. I'm going to teach that in a couple seconds. We have a simple 200 simple moving average. We're using HMA, stochastics. Everything else is our zones. Guys, how much more simple is this? Scott's used to. I know you did, Scott. Used to. How much more simple is that, guys? Is it more simple than what you're doing, Rusty, right now? Carl's gone. What's the rule for the entry? So that's what we teach you. The rule for the entry here. I'll show you a better one, Sam. I was just showing this one because this was one that we didn't cover. Where's that one? Was this? Let's see, 1030. This one. This is a more simple one. So what we did first and foremost, Sam, is we wanted to make sure price back here stayed at this level for a while. Okay, so we didn't take action on this level the whole time. We waited until 1030 for price to come back to the level. Okay, that's step one. You got that part, Sam? Step one. Plan the trade. We knew we wanted this level after price revisited it several times, and only after it was visited several times. That's step one. Only after price has stayed there for a while, a lot of trades were made there. If we know a lot of trades were made there, most likely that has a high degree of probability that there's institutional involvement. Okay. Well, let's look at it this way. Let's look at it this way. I went through this earlier. There's a lot of contracts traded in the spot. There's a reason the news came back down and took off from there. A lot of contracts. We can see it on a tick chart because this is 292 trades. Who knows how many contracts in each trade? Okay. So we know that's a lot of contracts. That is the first sign that there's who involved there, not retail, but who's involved there. I'm gonna do this one more time. That's it for today's session on this one. This is where they took their hand that they're involved in. Who's there, guys? We know it. How do we know it? Because price is attracted to that spot like a magnet and it stays there. Okay, I'm gonna say it a different way. Price is going to get attracted to a spot. It's always going to return. Thank you, Scott. Institutions is always going to return to a level that they traded from. Why? Because they want more contracts. And then XYZ firm wants more contracts. They know that ABC is trading from this level, so they're going to come back when price gets there and they're going to pick up some contracts, and so forth and so on. $470. Let me go back to that. I said, well, this is a good one right here. This is so what we do. Really simple. Let me spread this back out so you guys can see it. So we waited for price to come back, came back to the level here. We said, okay, let's let price come back to the level again. Okay. And then we're going to want price to be oversold from a stochastic standpoint. That's all we're looking for, Rusty, is we want it to be oversold and start to hook up. Just another point of confluence. We call it points of confluence. Okay. So in any given trade, we want about 3 or 4 points of confluence. Comes to a zone, 0.1. Stochastic is oversold, 0.2. Hook in the HMA, 0.3. I got a nice little double bottom pattern or triple bottom pattern, 0.4. So there's 4 points of confluence that say if this breaks out now, I can take the trade. That's all we're doing. Hey, Shaquille. Does that make sense now, Rusty? We're just adding up. That we only use these indicators after we've seen that price is getting to where we want it. Does that make sense, Rusty? Let him answer that one real quick. Is that a yes or a no, Rusty? So we want price to come back, and we want stochastics to be oversold. We want to see a pattern that we want to trade from, and we want the HMA and stochastics to hook up to tell us that there's an extra point of confluence. So when you are in the trade, stochastics they're not important. We don't care about stochastics in the trade. Okay. Once we're in, we go through. We don't care about anything else once we're in the trade, guys. I'll go through that one more time. We don't care about anything else. We took the trade. We got in. We're done. That's our job. All this other stuff means nothing at this point. Nothing. That means nothing. Okay. We're in the trade. We get our targets off. Okay. We start with our stop here. Everything else is out the window. We used it. It's done. And then we wait for the price to come back down, retrace, move our stop. So now we've got 2 targets off, 1 contract left. Okay. And then, well, what we do is we teach you how to read this price action so that you can stay in the trade or get back in the trade. Does that make sense, guys? Well, we do the zones. They show up on your computer screen for you. Our zones, when I update the zones, I literally have this tool set up over here that I can update the zones, unlock it. If you're on NinjaTrader, they just show up. They just show up on your screen if you have the tool, have our indicator downloaded. Okay, and we teach you how to make your own zones too. We teach you how to make your own zones. We teach you how to identify these levels that you want to trade from. The reason I keep talking about this is because we did this Friday. We literally took this trade Friday, and it was a beautiful trade. Beautiful trade. And then you're in the trade still. It retraces back down. Move your stop again. The consolidation break. Get it, guys? We're using the same thing to enter a trade as we do to manage trade. Does that make sense? Let me ask that question. We're using the same thought process to manage the trade that we use to get into trade. It is important to do it yourselves. Okay, good, Rusty. When it comes to entry into a trade, yeah. So our entry now again, this is something, guys. This is something that's going to take a little time for you to get used to. I know it's a new thought process for some of you guys and gals. I know it's a new thought process, and it's going to take a little time to get used to it. Fortunately, you have myself and Coach Paul and a bunch of other members that are all doing the same thing that allow you to start using the process before you actually know it all. Is that fair for most of you? So we're going to do the process live in front of you every day while you're learning the process. Okay? Our thought process is the exact same to enter a trade as it is to manage a trade. We wait for the consolidation break, then we move our stop. We wait for the consolidation, and then for it to break out, and we move our stop. Now, being able to see this in real time, it takes time to learn. Okay? Right. So it takes time to learn. Being able to do this in real time takes time to learn. When this is playing out live, we know for most of you guys, we know you get in the trade and you get all antsy and shaky and like, oh no. And we're constantly yelling at you saying, hey, relax, stay in the trade, move your stop to here, relax, stay in the trade. We're constantly doing that. Right, Paul?
Absolutely. That's the
All
beauty
the
of it.
whole time. That's the beauty of what we do, guys.
Yeah.
Is you show up. I mean, Rusty was with us for one day. You saw it happen live, Rusty. So I don't expect anybody to get this. Let me be realistic about this. I don't expect anybody to get this 100% in this one presentation. Okay? Double bottom, right. So we had a lot of stuff that worked in this trade. When I say stuff, points of confluence. We know they traded from there before. We know they traded from there again. So the odds of them trading from there the third time is probably high. So then you're not going to know these entries day one. You're not going to. You're not going to get them right day one. We know that. But if you give me a couple months, you give me 3 months
Of watching us do it in the room.
Watching us do it live, of teaching you live. You give me 3 months, go through the course with me. You give me 3 months, and the odds are, if you do it, if you follow everything, don't be your own worst enemy. But if you follow what we do, the odds are you're going to get those evals passed, and you're going to learn it at the same time. So you get some evals passed, you start pulling in some money from those PA accounts, and you're learning it while you're doing it. Do it the right way. We'll take Megan as an example. I'm going to go over her thing in a minute. Megan, you just saw her on the video at break. Well, man, I'm just
Way to go, Rusty.
Man, I'm going to like that guy being a part of the
group.
group.
Oh, man, he's perfect for this group.
I'm going to like him being a part of the group. That's awesome. So, man. All right. So, but here's the thing is just follow. Guys, don't feel like you have to learn everything day one. And I usually say that at the beginning of the conversation here. Don't feel like you have to do everything. Megan, you just saw her on the video during the break. You saw her on the video. We took Megan, who never traded before 4 months ago. 4 months ago, never traded one thing in her life, especially a teacher. Never traded before. This week, she took her first payout.
4 months. Never
Guys,
traded.
Is that powerful?
That's awesome. Good job, Megan.
Is that powerful? Who would be okay with taking that time to do it? How many people would be okay with that? She'd never traded before 4 months ago. Took her first payout this week.
No, we're too busy blowing pop accounts.
You guys are too busy blowing prop accounts. This lady's never traded before, and she's smoking you. Never traded before. She's taking money out of markets now. It's a beautiful thing. That's an awesome, awesome,
Great.
awesome thing.
Great job, Megan. Absolutely.
Great lady. That's awesome. This is a process she uses. Okay. She's really good at finding her levels. She took this process, went through the course, trained, did the homework, tracks her trades, and magically makes money trading 4 months into her trading career.
Guys, most of us overcomplicate this process. That's what we teach. We teach the basic, just simplify the process. Wait, know where you want to trade from, wait for the setup, get in and manage your trade. That's it. Literally that simple. And we just overcomplicate it as traders.
That's true. So again, here, guys, write this down. Paul just said it again. Really simple process. Know where you want to trade from. We show you that every day. We do it. We help you find a place you want to trade from, zones, levels. Okay, know that. Know how you want to enter the trade once you get into it. Okay, do you want to do a consolidation break to take the short? Do you want a bigger double top, double bottom, W to take the long? Know what that looks like, so you know how what you know in advance what you're looking for before it happens. Okay, that's not complicated, is it, guys?
Manage.
And she's always asking questions, Scott, too. Megan's always asking questions. We have a problem in the trading community. You guys out there, you suffer in silence. You suffer in silence. You think you are the screw up because you lose on trading. You're not. It's a program thing. We are all losers. I'm okay with it.
It's part of trading.
You're going to lose. And then all of a sudden you get upset because you lost a trade. No. You should be happy that you lost a trade because the next trade will probably be a winner. And then the next trade's probably a winner. And the next one. Take that one loss on the chin. Move on. Don't be, what was that guy I was watching? Don't be a dopamine fanatic. Don't do it. Don't be a dope over dopamine.
Sam, our stops, we don't have predetermined stops, preset stops. Our stops always go above or beyond the previous swing.
All right, I'll do that again real quick before I go to the next section. So I'm using this trade because it's something that people did live in the room. So we use this low right here, guys, as our first stop. We go a point below that, okay? That way we can manage risk. So if I want to take this short up here, okay, I'm going to put my stop 1 point above that after I enter the trade. That way I can manage risk. Does that make sense, Sam? And then after we take, let me know if that makes sense, Sam. It's a zero-sum game. Yeah, tie your interest to the institution. That's what I'm trying to say. We know the institution's trading here. There's a lot of contracts traded. Okay? So when we know that there's a lot of contracts traded there, we're going to say, okay, well, let's wait for price to get back there. When price gets back there, and we see what we want. In this case, probably a little bit of a double bottom, right? We get into the trade. Take some contracts off so you're a risk-free trade. And then when it retraces again and takes off in your direction, you can move your stop up. Then when it retraces again, takes off in your direction, you move your stop up.
But you're already in a no-lose situation from the get-go.
Yeah, we get ourselves in a no-lose situation. That's what we talk about.
We call it financial no-lose.
Let me make sure everybody has that. I'm going to move on to a couple other topics here. Let me know that everybody has that. Does everybody have that? A couple quick yeses. Again, guys, I don't expect you to have this in one presentation. I don't. I lost my camera. I don't know why. I'm not showing on camera.
This is better, though, because it's bigger. You can see it cleaner.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that Tom did that.
Yeah.
Okay, we all have that part. All right. So, and again, let me say this several times over. You're not going to get this out of the gate, guys. You're just not going to get it out of the gate. You're not going to get it. You're not going to get moving your stops the way we do it out of the gate. You're not going to get your entries out of the gate. You're just not going to do it. You give me a couple months, give Paul a couple months, then we're going to get you there. Okay? That's the easy part. Just give it some time. Do your part. Do the work. Practice. Do homework.
Say that again.
Huh?
Dude, say that again, because that seems to be the missing link there. Do your part. You got to.
Yeah, we're going to do our part. I promise.
You got to do the work. Replay. You got to study. You got to practice your entries. You got to practice your stop management. This is a business, and if you don't perfect it,
again, Sam, we teach you to choose your risk. Okay. Does this make sense? So we're starting with our stop here. So if you're entering the trade here at 487, okay, you should know that your stop's got to start at 467. If that 20 points is too much risk for you, you don't take
Don't
this
take the
trade.
trade.
Do that.
You
Does
pass.
that make sense, Sam? But if you're looking to take this short here at 527, and you know your stop's got to start at 537, that's a 10-point risk. Or take it in micros. You size down. Does that make sense, Sam? This is a 10-point risk trade. That might be an easier risk trade. Does that make sense? So based on the setup, how the trade sets up, you determine your risk.
I think the answer there, Sam, is you have a predetermined risk before you even take the trade.
Right.
So part of knowing where you want to trade from is also knowing how much you're willing to risk in that trade. And
That's a
if
better
that
way to put it.
trade sets up and it's more than your risk, then you don't take the trade. Simple as that.
Is that a better way, Sam? Does that help? I just want to make sure you guys get this because it's important stuff. This is really important. So when you have a trade setup, you like the trade setup. You know where you want to trade from. We've already determined that. We've already determined that we want to trade from where they bought from back here. We've already determined that. Then all we're looking for is confirmation that that trade's going to go in our direction. If the confirmation doesn't come until 30 points later, you may not want to take the trade. And now, Sam, this is something we do live in front of you. I'll talk you guys through this. What is it for you for that trade? So retest of a prior trade, okay, first. So retest, and then the second thing is once it starts to go in my direction, then I decide if I want to enter the trade. Okay. So we use stochastics to help hook up. We use inside price movement inside the HMA. We use these rejection wicks, and we add all that up together and say, yes, I want to take the trade. If that doesn't happen, here, I'll show you another example. Same thing from over here. So this is two different stories. This is what I talked about earlier. This pushed out of the zone. Okay. Do you see that part? This never did break out. Does that make sense? So we don't take this trade.
Doesn't make sense.
I can draw a box around this. Price broke out. We can take the trade. Here, price never broke out. We don't take the trade. We X that one. Does that make better sense, Sam? No trade, trade. No trade, trade. Is that better? And again, we'll work with you. Again, Sam, I don't expect you to get this one presentation either. After a couple weeks, I would expect you to get it. Is that fair? Well,
how much does your loss have to be for you to take their stuff?
Whatever it has to go below that low.
Wherever the swing is going to be your risk.
If I take a short up here,
doesn't matter where you get in that trade right there that he's pointing out. If you get in right there or you wait 20 points down the road, stop still has to go above the swing or below the swing.
This is my stop.
And you have to know that before you take that trade. And this is what we will teach you.
And that's what we teach you. We'll teach you how to do this. Again, Sam, I don't expect you to get this one presentation.
Yeah, I know it sounds complicated, but it's not, Sam, promise.
Can we agree on that one thing? Give me a yes. I don't expect you to get this in one sitting. Is that fair? But if you come visit us next week, you'll probably get it after a week. Is that fair? Can we go under that premise?
I think you can.
I think so. Okay, cool. Thank you. All right, Sam. Okay. All right. So let me move on. Let me get back to the agenda here. So what we do wrong, revenge trading. We're not going to do that. We're going to wait for price to get to the level that we gave. Okay. So what did we fix here? What did we fix? We don't chase price anymore. We wait for it to get to our zone. Okay. We manage our stop. We manage our risk. Okay. By having a stop that goes in, we do a bracket order. We use a bracket order that says that I'll have. So if this is my entry, okay, let me draw this out for you. I have an entry here. I have a stop that goes down here, and I have a target up here, and I have another target up here, and I have 3 contracts. Okay. Once price goes up and takes these targets out, my stop moves to a guaranteed win. Okay. And I have 1 contract left, And then as price continues to move, I move my stop up with that one contract, move the stop up with that one contract, move the stop up with the one contract. Okay? It's that simple. That's it. All right? So what did we fix by talking about this? By doing this process, we're no longer chasing price. We manage our risk. We have a stop that we use in place with a bracket order. Okay? We're not using a ton of indicators. We use a couple simple indicators that tell us that price is starting to move in our direction. Stochastics and the HMA hook. That's it. We're not over leveraging our accounts. We're keeping our trades, and this fixes that problem too, Sam, is we don't over leverage. We're not going to go into a trade with 10 contracts when our account size says we should be using 2 contracts or micros. So we're not going to over leverage. We're going to be reasonable on our entry so that if we do take a stop, and when we do take a stop loss, it's not that it's recoverable. Paul always talks about this. Keep your losses recoverable. And then it keeps us from revenge trading. We're not just taking trades emotionally. Okay? And then we already have a trade plan. We know where we want to trade. We know how we want to trade. And we know how we want to manage trade. Every single trade never changes. Okay.
Exactly.
So I've gone through this. We're going to talk about how, so what did I do today? I showed you a process, how you can take these eval accounts and stop blowing them to a paid out account. Have I not showed you that process, guys? Have I showed you that today so far? That you can do it, that it's possible? Sam, again, how much is what for us? It's not a set thing. Have I showed you? Everybody else.
That depends on you, Sam. It depends on your accounts. What you're trading. You're trading a cash account. Are you trading a prop account? How much trailing down do you have on a prop account? There's no set. You're asking for a set number. There is no set number. Every trader is different.
Everybody's
and
different.
That's what we have to determine. Is what our max risk is per trade.
Correct.
I can tell you what mine is. Brian can tell you what his is, but you're not Brian, and I'm not Brian. So we don't.
On some accounts, I'll risk $500 per trade. Some accounts, I'm not going to risk more than $200 per trade. That's a better way to put it, right, Paul?
Yeah. I mean, it's just like what Justin says is a real good example of what he's talking about. He trades a certain percentage, and I can go over this here in a little bit on prop accounts, what you should be risking. You decide how many trades or how much of a risk you want to take. It's really all about your daily maximum risk. You need to know how much you can lose that day before you have to call it quits. Now you can decide, do I want to risk all that in one trade? Do I want to put 10 minis on there, and if it goes against me, well, day's over? Or do I want to be more reasonable and trade micros and have 2 or 3 losses that I can take before I hit that daily loss? If you stick to that simple rule, change your game. It'll change it forever. That we can show you. That I can show you, Sam. That's not a problem.
That's what we have to teach you.
Yeah, and I know it's difficult and it may not make sense to you, Sam, but I promise you, it will. It's not as complicated as it sounds. It's a very simple risk management process. Once you determine it, you just stick to that, and you're never getting in a trade that puts you beyond your risk. If the trade sets up and it happens to be too much risk, then you pass on that trade.
And we tell you live too, by the way, Paul.
Yeah, and we will tell you live
how much risk you're taking in the trade, number of points wise, each trade, Sam. So you can do the math and say, is that too many points for me to risk?
Correct.
Does that make sense? Does that make better sense, Sam? Like we tell you live in the markets, okay, this is a bigger risk trade. You're probably gonna have to risk 30 points on it. We tell you that live, and then you make a decision if you want to take the trade. Is that fair, Sam? Can we put it that way? We'll tell you live, and we'll teach you.
Brian, in fact, Brian, do you want me to go over the prop funds?
Yeah, let's do that. Actually, we're getting close to the end of our time here, so let's do that. So what have we done? Let me do this real quick, Paul, and then I'll
go ahead.
To you. So we talked about discipline. We've done that. Discipline means waiting for price to get where you want it. The patience to wait for the setup to happen for you the right way. Okay, and then once you've done that and you've accepted losses, we've talked about, then you're detached from the outcome of the trade. You win or lose, it doesn't matter. You've done all your work in advance before you got into the trade. Okay, again, we help you with that. So this is how we get you to trading for money, getting real money. Okay, you join us at Liberty Trading Club. You learn the process. We have a course. We're going to teach it to you. We have you practice to master your accounts. By the way, you got to stay through the end of the presentation to get the free accounts and and you might actually win a month free with us too, Sam. A full access Premier membership for a month. You might actually get that. You can win that. So that'll give you a whole month to learn this. A whole month. So you practice and you master the process, and then you get funded, and now you're a trader. That's what you do for life now. Okay. So you get the Premier membership, and here's what you get with us. What you're going to get, and then Paul's going to go into a prop firm strategy after I go through this, guys. Paul's going to go through a process of managing your prop accounts that literally, if you follow his process, you'll never blow up another eval. Do you hear what I'm saying, people? How many people would like to have a process where you'll never blow up another eval, never blow up another PA? How many of you guys would like to have that? Or, yeah, we do videos and live coaching. Who say yes? Put a yes in if you want to follow a process that you'll never blow up another eval. We're going to teach that today. We're going to show it to you, and we do it live every day in the room. Everybody should be saying yes to this, people. Who wants to never blow up another eval? We're going to teach that to you in a minute. So we're going to do that. We're going to give you what I call an offer. Offer you to join us for a month at a extremely discounted rate. You're going to get 3 personal coaching sessions. You're going to get our tick center tool, which I'm going to show off here in just a second after Paul goes through the prop firm thing. You get a tick reversal tool, $900, $400, $200. Then you're going to get Premiere Clubhouse access for an entire month. That's $700. Morning trading sessions for an entire month. That's $300. Member meetups, $200. Guys, this is huge. Training modules, you get all of them, another $500, and you get the live course. That's a $4,000 value, guys. We're giving you all of that stuff, which includes how to find zones, tick century classes, trade management class, trading psychology, order entries. We're going to go through everything I taught today, worth $4,000, and you're going to get it ongoing for the entire month. Okay, we're going to do that. That's a $7,000 value. We're going to do that for you because Bullinox is helping sponsor this. They're giving us the opportunity to give away those Bullinox accounts. Because they're doing that, we're going to be able to give a huge discount here. And thanks to Bullinox for helping us out. We're going to give a huge discount. Guys, you do $297 a day. That's it. So if you want to do this today, we're going to give you all of that, everything, the class, the live trading sessions, 2 of them a day, all the recordings, the coaching sessions for $297. Okay. I think Miss Paulina or Tom will give you guys a link. But you just go to, do the math. It's $7,200 for $297, guys. That's a huge discount. We can never do that. And we're only doing it today. For people that showed up here today, you guys for being here today, and thank you to Bullinox for doing that. Okay? So all of that for $297. Again, this is Megan, the person I was telling you about. She went 4 months ago. 4 months ago. She's getting paid this week from a prop firm. She's getting her first prop payout this week. Guys, this is a person who's never traded before in her life. And now she's making money and you're not. Follow the process. We will help you. $297. If you can't manage $297, guys, and I'm going to be real frank on this one. If you can't manage $297, you probably shouldn't be trading. Okay? Stop paying prop firms. Pay for the real guidance and advice that you can get. Okay? And we help you. We help you. Okay? So let me there you go. 297. You guys have a link for them. Somebody put a link in for these guys. Go to libertytradingclub.com/buy. Go.libertytradingclub.com/buy. We'll pop a link in for you guys. If you're online on YouTube, X, Facebook, if you're live there, go.libertytradingclub.com/buy. Complete the checkout for $297 and you'll get instant access to our live trade rooms, a mobile app, the 3 coaching sessions. You'll be able to schedule those this weekend so you can have them next week. The live trade rooms, two sessions a day for several hours. Live classes, recorded classes, our tick century tool, all of that, $297. All right, there's my pitch. You guys go out there and pay us $297, and we're going to start helping you guys. We're going to start helping you. Give me that month. Give me a month to change your life. Okay? How about that? Give me 1 month to change your life. You never have to worry about anything after that. If you don't want it after a month, you've only spent $297. That's it. That's all you've done. That's your risk. This is called managing risk, right? The risk to reward on this is huge. It's a big risk to reward, $297 for a chance to actually start making money trading. Do it, guys. All right. So here's what we're going to do. It's not available tomorrow. Go to the website, go.libertytradingclub.com/ put it /buy. Go there. Join us for $297. All right. So now here's what we're going to do. Oh, by the way, again, all the training materials, $7,000, instant access, premium, our community as well. All the training materials, live classes, live coaching, and the trading session, all $297 for 1 month. That's a great thing. We can't give that away again. Okay, now let's do this. Let me go real quick here and let Paul go through the process. I'm gonna let Paul go through the process of how to never blow up your eval accounts and your funded accounts.
I'll tell you what. Before I go through that, let's give away an eval.
Okay.
Tom,
you ready to do that?
Can we give away an eval?
Let's give away an eval. You guys ready? Compared to the game, yeah. Thank you.
The answer is yes, Sam. We do call trades and trade management in the room live every day.
I trade here. Watch.
But even better than that, we show you and teach you what we do.
Sam, I can't make this up. This was Wednesday on YouTube. I literally cannot make this up, Sam. This is me trading live in front of you Wednesday on YouTube. How about that, guys? Can't make that up. Type it in, #eval.
Nah, that's AI.
#eval. Type it in.
All right, Tom, we ready to go with an eval?
This is me trading live in front of you. Can't make this up, Sam.
I think Tom lost his mic.
Oh no! Somebody help Tom find his mic. Is Tom around?
That hurt to Tom.
#eval. Here it comes.
All right, #eval. Everybody put in #eval. We'll do a random draw.
Guys, everybody, type it in. Get ready for your prize.
Bullinox account. Bullinox. I never get that name right.
Bullinox. Bullinox.
#eval. Come on, everybody wants one. Let's go.
#eval.
Well, just you got to put in #eval or it won't get you. Shaquille, it won't.
Do #eval. Type it in, guys.
Yeah. Can't put anything after it.
Just #eval and it'll put you into this chance for the drawing. Do it. Come on, Sam.
Yes, Sam. We do call trades. We will tell you when to get in the trade, and we will tell you how to manage that trade when you're in it.
Watch. I can't make this up, guys. This is live on Wednesday.
It honestly, at this point, doesn't matter. Sam, the trades will be called. I think everybody in here can verify that's been in the room and tell you. Rusty said it already.
You guys hear that? Can you hear that on your end? I literally just gave Todd his stop live in the market.
No, we couldn't hear it.
I'm doing right now. I'm telling people where to put their stops. Real time.
We can't hear that, Brian.
Okay. Well, what you are seeing is this is live from Wednesday.
We're not seeing that either. We're just seeing a screen that says eval.
Go ahead.
All right, Shaquille. Have a good one. It's good seeing you, buddy.
All right, Shaquille. Have a good one. All right, we're ready. Do you have everybody?
All right, let's run. Let's go. #eval. Here we go. Drum roll, and the winner is Coach Paul. Oh no. Liberty Trading Club won.
Justin.
Justin. Whoa.
Go, buddy.
There you go, buddy. Justin, and he's going to give us. We're going to go live with Justin here in a little bit. Good job, man.
Hey. All right, Justin. Now you have an eval.
Now you have an eval. You can go in. Exactly. Awesome.
Now you can do the eval challenge with me Monday.
Sam, I'll tell you what, Sam. Just come in on Monday morning, Sam, and it'll all make sense to you, man. I think you're trying too hard to try to figure this out.
One session.
It isn't that complicated.
2 hours.
You're looking for reasons to. Yeah.
We'll help you Monday. Just come in, Sam. Monday. We'll help you out. It's too nice,
Simple
buddy.
way to do it. Just come in on Monday morning and try us out.
Come try us for a month.
Promise
$297.
me, you won't, there's a ton of people, guys. Those of you that've been in the room, just help Sam out. Is he gonna get what he's asking for?
Is he gonna get $297 worth of value?
I mean, is he gonna get calls? Is he gonna get stock management? Is he gonna get
Yeah, members do that.
Not to mention, Sam, you and I can get on a call, man. I'd be happy to talk to you. We could figure out what you're trading, how you're trading, what you're doing, and we could determine what, where your stops are.
Members, type it in. Are we going to help Sam? Yes or no? Okay.
All right, Sam. Tell you what, if you're not willing to come in, and the only way you're going to find out is to come in and try it.
Yep.
This is not, you're making it way too complicated.
Yeah, we're going to tell you exactly where the stop goes. Watch. Yeah. Again, watch this. Go to the YouTube channel, Sam. Here, I'll give you the easiest thing. Before you do anything, go to our YouTube channel. YouTube, Liberty Trading Club. Go there.
Hold on, let me answer
watch
this.
one of our live streams, and you'll see that we do this live in front of you and tell you what to do. There's no guesswork in this. We're telling you exactly what to do.
There's no guesswork. Yeah, the only thing you're going to have to choose is the initial entry, Sam. Once the trade is in, the way we trade, you're going to get your first few targets off quickly. You're be in a no-lose situation at that point. At that point, you can take our stops because there's no lose. There's no risk in the trade at that point. So if we tell you to put the stop there, you're not risking anything. You're already in a no-lose situation. So,
we'll teach you. I promise you, we'll teach you. Give me a week. Just give me a week. That's it. Give me 1 week, Sam. Okay. All right, guys, let's move on. We got to move on. We're running out of time here.
Yeah, we are. All right. Let's talk props. I really want to talk about this because this is something everybody's interested in. This is something that we all talk about. So I'm going to try to present my screen. Oh, there you go. Somebody did it for me. Love it.
Oh, hey, look at that. You have your own little presentation.
Yeah, can you make that full screen? Yes, you did. Man, you are the man. Whoever's doing that, you're the man. Thank you.
He's got some AI robot doing it for him.
All right. I'm gonna put a Y in the chat box if you're trading prop accounts. I'm sure that's probably the majority of us, right? Yeah, well, we know that.
Y in the chat.
Yes, Coach. Okay, so just one person, just Coach Brian and Rusty, the only two people. Justin, 3 people. Look at that. Okay, well, how many of us are just blowing up prop accounts, right? That seems to be the thing, right? We all want 20 prop accounts. We're going to make millions of dollars and buy that Lamborghini in 30 days. Isn't that what we're sold on YouTube? This is what we're sold on YouTube. But the truth of the matter is, right, that it's not sustainable to YOLO and Wild West these things. I have a 3-step process, or I say we as in Liberty, have a 3-step process for building a sustainable income with prop trading. And it isn't aggressive strategies. It's about consistent risk management. That's exactly what if you want to be successful in the prop game, is you have to control your risk. And it really comes down to 3 really basic, simple things. If you follow these rules and you don't break these rules, you're going to find that these prop accounts, you can get them passed and they're going to pay. So rule number 1, I'm trying to follow you in here and it's not working. Thank you. So rule number 1, we have to determine what we're willing to risk. Okay. Can you go back? Whoever's doing that, you're throwing me off. There we go. Thank you. Rule number 1 is we need to determine what our daily maximum risk is for that day. Okay. And this is going to be different across all your prop accounts, right? Because you have prop accounts that are still under trailing thresholds. Some of you have prop accounts that are past the trailing thresholds. The rule of thumb is I want to take anywhere from 10 to 20% of my trailing threshold. Let's just use 20 for the purpose of this discussion. 20% of your trailing threshold. What does that mean? Every single day, I'm going to look at my prop accounts. I don't care if I have 1 or 5 or 10 or 20 or 100. I don't care. You're going to determine for each prop account what 20% of your trailing threshold, or if you've already passed your trailing threshold, whatever buffer you've built up, 20% of that. That is your daily maximum risk. That is the number that if you lose, you're going to either quit trading or move to another prop account. So we'll take let's use the Bull and Ox 50K accounts that we're giving away today, right? A fresh Bull and Ox 50K account comes with a $2,500 drawdown. 20% of that, $500. That means your daily risk when you first start trading that account is going to be $500. Okay, so step number 2, once you've determined that daily risk, step number 2 is going to be to decide what your positioning is going to be. And this is some of the stuff that we're talking about, Sam. So if I have a $500 daily risk on a prop account, I have to tell myself, all right, Paul, how aggressively do I want to trade this? What's my position sizing going to be? Do I want to trade 1 or 2 minis? And if I take a loss, possibly lose that $500, day done, I have to move on. Or do I want to size down to micros, trade more micros, give myself multiple losses before I hit my daily drawdown? A lot of that is determined by market conditions, the market you're trading, NQEMs, YM, they all have different volatility. That would give you, that's how you would determine the sizing. Okay. It doesn't matter. Ultimately, you are risking $500. I don't care how you get to that $500. So, because people always ask me, well, should you trade micros? Should you trade minis? I don't really care. What I care is how much you're risking. As long as you're not risking more than 20% of that account daily, you are going to be very hard pressed to blow that thing up. You would have to lose multiple days in a row, 3, 4, 5, 6 days in a row, and before you blow that account up. And if you lose 3, 4, 5, 6 days in a row, we probably need to take a deeper look into what you're doing, because there's probably a methodology issue there, or you don't have an edge in the market. But if you're rotating through your accounts and you're only risking 20% of your daily drawdown, you're going to be safe. So step number 2 is, once you've determined your drawdown, step number 2 is to decide how you're going to trade. How aggressively are you going to trade? Are you going to trade micros? You can trade minis, and then that's exactly size down, not up. And then the final parameter is step number 3 is going to be, you're going to cycle. And this is where I get a lot of blowback, because, right, you see the gurus on YouTube that they got the 20 accounts up there, and they're copying across 20 accounts. Listen, if you're a super good trader, I'm not against copy trading, but I'm going to tell you, as you're learning, unless you have prop accounts that are paying you consistently, I would venture to tell you that you should not be copying trades, that you should be cycling through your accounts. What I mean by that is, trade account number 1, get it to profit, or take your daily loss. Either way, it doesn't matter. That's what we talked about earlier, right? Once we get in a trade, there's 1 of 2 outcomes. It's a win or it's a loss. I don't care either way. I really don't. I either make my profit or I lose. If I lose, I just move to the next account. If I win and I hit my daily goal, I move to the next account. And I just keep cycling through my accounts. If you do that and you stick to that consistently, you will never put yourself in a situation where you're going to where you're potentially blowing an account. It's literally that simple. Does that make sense to everybody? Go detail exactly the level of a stop. Sam, let's get on the call, Sam. We've moved on now. Something else. So, okay, thank you, Scott. Yeah, and that's a very simple. Now, here's the problem, right? Is like, we all have emotion. I think we were talking about this earlier, right? Prop accounts are cheap. It's phony money. It's easy. It's only a few bucks to get a 50K account. If I blow it, I can just get another account. Well, the truth of the matter is, those cheap accounts add up, and they end up costing you a ton of money in the long run. Now, what I'm proposing to you is a little more structured, and it is a slower process, right? It's not going to get you there as quickly, but when it gets you there, once you get your accounts to the payout stage, and if you stick to a no more than a 20% risk daily on each account, you're going to cycle through your accounts. You're going to find that's a paycheck every single month. It's a very simple process, but it works. The only time that I would tell you that it's okay to get into trade copying is once you get a certain amount of accounts. It's one thing to cycle through 3 or 4 accounts, 5 accounts, 6 accounts. It's another thing to try to cycle through 15, 16, 20 accounts, right? That takes a long time. So in that situation, I would tell you that the best thing you can do is determine your daily risk for all your accounts, group them by their daily risk, and copy those small groups, 2 or 3 at a time. But again, still the same principle. You still cycle through the account. If you stick to that methodology, you will never put yourself in a position of blowing an account, and you'll probably find that you're going to start drawing some money out. Any questions? Simple, but to the point.
That's perfect. That is perfect. Got it, guys? Any questions? We good?
There you go.
There's your
That's a good one right there. Calculate your 20%, plan before you trade, and implement rotation.
Okay. Hey, listen. I think this is the first time I've ever done a presentation and then ended early.
Ended early.
I know, right? Thank you for Tom for keeping me on track for that, Tom. I've really never been this fast on doing a presentation. I have my hey.
We got Justin here. Let's let Justin's a member.
Oh yeah. Hey, Justin.
We asked him to come on. Can you hear you, Justin? Say hello. No, we can't hear him. Tom having some issues there, Tom. I was gonna let Justin tell us his little journey and what he's experienced. Thank you, Rusty. Appreciate that, Rusty. It's simple. While they're getting that fixed, I'm gonna say one other thing about the emails, guys. Look, I say this because I was that guy. I used to blow them up. I was an emotional based trader. Once I implemented that structure, once I never put myself at any risk, any more than 20% daily risk, it's amazing. I actually started getting paid. There we go. I actually started getting paid. I actually started drawing money out of these accounts, and I haven't blown a prop account, and I can't tell you. And I don't ever worry about putting myself in a situation because I can't, as long as I move on. You guys, those of you that were in the room, was it Thursday? First time in a long time I had a losing day across all my accounts. Very, very rare, but it happened. But I didn't panic. I just moved on. Came back the next day and traded a good Friday and made all my money back. So it's just stick to it. Just stick to it. Justin, working.
Let me address that real quick. Yes, there you go, Justin. Hey, buddy.
Thanks.
Go ahead. Do you have something to say, Brian?
I was going to address Justin. Sam, come watch us live. Audit me live in person and see me trade. See my trades. Don't do it after the fact. Come see it live. That's all you got to do. Go ahead. I'm out.
Yeah, Sam. The best auditor you have is watching it done live. You can't fake live, Sam. There's no way to fake live. Justin, how are you, sir?
Good. Yeah, I'm happy to do this. I'm happy to hear all this. And I know Sam's he's a little skeptical at the moment, I think. But all it's going to take is just 30 minutes in a room, and all your questions are going to be answered, Sam. It's a very easy process, and once you see how they laid out for you, I think you're gonna be loving what you see, because I know I was. So.
Guys, it just works, right? Well, we appreciate you doing it. Congratulations on winning the Buell Knox. Right?
Oh yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, thanks
you
for that.
You get to join the challenge with us on Monday, right?
Yeah, well, I was super happy to pass my last eval, and I was like, I have no evals anymore, and now I'm right back to it. I got another free one. So I guess it's
tough problems when you have nothing but funded accounts, right?
Yeah,
that's problem. Well, hey, tell us a little bit about you first, right? Let's do a little brief. I can't speak. A little brief background. How long you been trading? What brought you to LTC? What challenges were you facing, and give us kind of an overview.
Yeah. So I was in the Navy for 20 years. Retired in December of 2023. So all of 2024, we moved my family nomading, and I needed a way to be able to pay for everything while I was driving around without an actual job. The whole lore of day trading. So I started around August of 2024. So it's been about a little over a year of day trading. I hadn't gotten paid out for most of that whole year until I joined Liberty Trading. And I joined Liberty Trading, I think, February of this year, February 2025. And I was bouncing around through rooms and stuff like that, trying to figure out what worked. I initially started with some bots where it was basically set and forget. You wake up in the morning, and those were like 50-50. They won, they lost the same amounts. Didn't make any money with that. All I did was just spend money for the bot pretty much. So it started off hard, started off slow, and I knew nothing about trading. I was a senior chief in the Navy, and everything about making money was working hard and doing everything. And the philosophy of trading that I learned over the time, it's the psychology more that you can't will stuff. You can't push price. We can't push price is something I learned. I think I'm getting ahead of myself, but that's my basic background. I was in the Navy for 20 years. I drove trucks. I drove LCACs, hovercraft, the big hovercraft, moved Marines from the ship to the beach, worked really hard, worked 24-hour days, 36-hour days, 48-hour days with only a couple of hours sleep. So, and then day trading was how I was going to pay for us nomading around the country kind of thing.
First of all, that's cool with the nomad thing. I love that. But secondly, so would you say when you first started day trading, I'm assuming struggling, right? Having some troubles.
Yeah. I mean, everything you listed on there is something I did, and I still do some of them. And that's the hard part. That's what I'm still working on now. I'm working on revenge trading. I still have a problem with revenge trading. I see red and somewhere in red. I see red and I go and I'm like, I got to get it back. And that's my biggest problem. And I write it down on boards and stuff like that. Patience. One loss isn't going to kill you. Like stop and wait. I mean, you can keep going until you blow the account, and then you have to stop. Right. And you don't want to get to that point. You want to, once you hit that 500, or if that happens to you, because it's going to happen. It's a zero-sum game. Someone's making the money and someone's taking the money, and you want to be making the money.
So I'm assuming you found us, right? What specific skills have you learned? Like, was there an aha moment for you? Was there something that?
A lot of little pieces like a puzzle. Like when you're looking at a puzzle, you find that flat edge or whatever. How you ever do a puzzle, it's the same kind of thing for me. Is you finding all this knowledge, like your fair value gaps. You have this SMA, EMA, all that stuff. It's scatterbrained, but it's a lot of notes taken down everywhere for me, and helping putting them together was really the aha moment. I think one of them, I had multiple aha moments, and they coalesced into, okay, this is how I'm going to make money trading. Listening to Coach Brian coach the Zimmermans on live during our trade calling really clicked for me. I was like, holy crap. How he talked about price action, because I'd seen glimpses of it. You're like, I know something important just happened, and I watched it go the way I thought it was going to go. And I was like, oh God, I just did it. I wasn't in a trade or anything. So it's like, you get frustrated, like, oh, I could have made money. But seeing things go to right where you planned them to go, and then go to what would have been your target if you were in the trade, or if not, if you were in sim or whatever, and just being in awe of it and like, okay, that's how it happens. And what's hard about that is sometimes you can do everything right and it loses. And that's okay. You have to be okay with that, because that's part of the game. But like one out of 5 times it won't go the way that you thought it was going to go. But there's only 4 times, so there's other 9 times out of 10 it will go right to where you planned it out, from that level to the next level. And if you sync up with it, that's where the aha moment came for me. Was like, oh, I'm synced up now. I was like, I couldn't lose. I'm nailing it every time. It was good.
And being okay with the losses when you do take them, right?
Yeah. And that's the psychology of the whole thing. It's not you don't will this stuff. You don't work. No matter how hard you try to like do push-ups on the ground, where it's going to do what it's supposed to do. It's a business. It's going to go to where the orders are, the order flow and all that stuff like that. And that stuff is dictated by the levels and everything else. And once you understand all that and figure it out, you don't have to know any of that anyway. You just have to find a level, and all that stuff is kind of built in. It's all the same picture, just opened up in different layers.
Yeah, no, that makes sense, and I appreciate that. I mean, so how would you say that? How has Liberty played a difference in this? Like, where has your trading evolved to? Like, what are the things you do now, you can do now, or do now that you didn't do in the past? What controls, what restraints do you have now? Has the community impacted you in any certain way? I really just kind of the whole purpose of this is just to kind of give your feel of what Liberty is about, and what's your takeaway? How about that?
It was the game changer. It was the game changer for me because I knew how to get in trades. I knew what ticks were, all that stuff, because that was something I had to learn way before. I was like, okay, what's a tick? I don't even know what a tick is. I was that new. So once I had all that figured out, it was like, okay, well, how do I get into an entry? Like I know what this looks like. It's going to go down. Where do I get in at without getting whipped out? And that's what Liberty did for me. Was like, there's hundreds of, I wouldn't say hundreds. There's probably like 30 videos, maybe 40 videos on once you get into the package. And I just watched the videos over and over and over, and I just started learning. Okay, this is what a W is. This is the 9 tick. This is a FOBO. This is a 1, 2, 3 reversal, and finding out when to get in really changed. And once I had that down, I'm still struggling with trade management. I see the green, and I'm like, after $200,
we're working on that. We're working on that. Don't worry.
Yeah, but that's really where Liberty came in. Was the discipline and patience, because it's not about how hard you work. It's about being patient for it to come to where you thought it was going to go, and then getting in there, because you see these big moves, and I was like, oh, I could be making money right now. It's moving. It's going down the whole day. Well, it didn't really go down the whole day. It waked up, and that's how people lost money. It waked up, got them out when it was still going short, or whatever it was, and finding the entries and the discipline and the patience to be able to get in and not just FOMO into things is really where it changed me.
Well, I appreciate it. I'm not going to take too much of your time, I know, but I appreciate you coming on and just telling us your journey. For the record, you're funded across the board, got all your PAs, you're ready to kick this into overdrive, right? That's where we're at in the training journey.
Well, I'm the middle of the road, step 2 of my whole little plan. My plan is to have a 500K cash account. That's my goal, and I start pulling money out of that and buying all the things I want to buy and living the life I want to live. But those prop accounts are going to feed into the cash account. That cash account is growing. It's not where I want it yet, but it's growing. Every payout goes into the cash account for the most part.
We're lucky to be part of that. We're so glad you're on board. Definitely glad to have you as a member. Final question, man. What would you tell somebody considering, possibly joining? Sam, I know Sam's he's asking a lot of questions. Anybody in particular that's considering joining? What's your takeaway? What would you say to them?
Absolutely do it. Have no doubt. Go in, spend the money just for the month, by the month, and set it up so you can watch all the videos on a weekend or something. And then when the trading starts, like that Monday morning, like you watch all the videos on the weekend, Monday morning comes around, slow your roll, slow down. Like don't just get in, watch, see how it goes, listen to them talk about price action. And then once it starts to be, it's like the language, once you immerse yourself in this language, then you can start speaking it. I mean, you're still going to have weird dialects, and those are going to be trades that you missed out on, or you put the stop too tight. But absolutely do it. And if you don't like it, you don't have to stay in. But you're going to stay in once you see how it changes your mindset, because it's your psychology that needs to change. Like, you can learn anything, but you have to do it a certain way. You have to be the certain thing. Are you a professional trader, or are you just somebody that's dabbling in this? And those are the things that are going to start changing in your mind. And if you stick with the group, that you'll become profitable.
Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you doing this for us. Hey, we'll see you Monday, right? With the fresh Buell knots.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, sure.
So Paul didn't ask you this, but I want to know, how good does it feel that you made that change from a struggling trader to having all pass PAs?
Oh man, it's because I remember the moments being like, when am I ever going to get paid? When am I ever going to get paid? I think the first payout came in like May or June or something.
You passed your first account earlier this year, right?
Well, I've had past accounts. I passed accounts before, just never got paid on them, and I'd always fumble them.
That's what I meant to say. You passed and got your first paid out.
Yes. Yeah, I got my first payout ever in May, I think it was, or March. Yeah, it was between March or May. Maybe it might have been April. I can't remember. But yeah, it was insane. And then when the money goes in your account, it's like that's $2,000. Like that's $2,000 that I just got right there for trading. It's crazy. And a lot of times being done before the kids even wake up for breakfast is insane. It's just a different feeling. Like everybody wants that lifestyle. They want the lifestyle that draws them to it. But the thing that no one tells them is that the other side of that lifestyle is that you have to be very, very patient. It's not a FOMO thing. You don't just jump in. And that's the thing. I think a lot of people, that's why 99% of the people have problems with it, is because they see the money happening, the thousands of dollars, and they just want a piece of it. So they get in, and it wrecks them, because that's what it's designed to do. It's a system that you need to work with. And that takes a while to learn. But that's where it really feels good, is that when you learn that system and the payouts come, I think is what feels good the most. It's coming. But I didn't know you were a wrestler. I saw that.
Yeah.
Wrestler. I was like, I knew I liked him. Yeah, wrestling back in New York. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Justin, thank you. Love the smoker in the background too.
Yeah, I was looking at that.
Oh, that's right. Oh, I have mean turkey on Thanksgiving. The kids love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Yeah.
Love it.
All right, man. Thank you, Justin. We appreciate you as always.
Have a good one.
Appreciate it. See you, buddy.
Bye.
Well, there we go, guys. If you want to pop my screen back up, Tom, at least people that are online, go to go.libertytradingclub.com/buy for $297 for your first month. We're going to throw in 3 coaching sessions, all of our live training sessions, and our recorded training sessions, 2 live trading sessions a day, and access to our Premiere tools for the entire month. Okay, guys. So I think if you could put my screen up, I don't know how to put my screen back up. There we go. It should be coming up in a second, I think. So again, libertytradingclub.com/buy, $297 a month for your first month. We're going to give you everything, all of our training materials, live trading sessions, live coaching, all of our trading tools, just $297. And the last thing we have is to give away a Premiere membership for one of our guests. We're doing that. So I think what we do, Tom, #Premiere or something like that. One of those things.
I don't know. We'll see what Tom. I know his mic's not working, so yeah.
#Premiere. There we go. #Premiere. Type it in, guys. Type in #Premiere. #Premiere. Type it in for winning a month membership with all the access that you see above.
Sam, put it in there, Sam. You might win.
Yeah,
then,
you might win.
Then you can check us out for free.
And I'm going to put my name in for Carl, too. Shouldn't I?
Yeah, you know what? Do that for Carl. That way, if he wins, he can.
Yeah. #Premiere. There we go.
Yes, that'd be good to do for Carl.
#Premiere. We got a few more people. Come on, guys. Type it in, people.
#Premiere. All right.
We ready?
Yeah.
Robert, type in #Premiere. Robert, #Premiere.
All right, let's do it, Tom. Go for it. Spin the wheel.
Spin the wheel.
There we go. Drum roll. Who's the winner? What happens if Liberty wins? Does it get its own? It get its own?
KJ.
Name?
All right.
KJ, you're the winner.
KJ. Yeah. All right. Reach out to us, KJ. KJ, respond real quick so you can get that. Let us know your
Just type something in the comment there.
in the chat so we can get that to you. KJ. 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 Calling all KJ.
KJ.
Type something in the chat so we can claim your prize. Nice, KJ. I love it. Get on a call with Coach Paul and we'll start helping you out, bud. Guys, again, libertytradingclub.com/go.libertytradingclub.com/buy. It's just $297, people.
Nice,
It's gonna be the
KJ.
best $297 you've ever spent. You're gonna get a lot of stuff for that first month. Like Justin said, go for it. $297 is not a huge price to pay for 3 coaching sessions. All month of trading with us, two sessions a day. All the classes, live classes, community. The course, you get the course. All that for $297, guys. That's it. Except for KJ, you get it for free this month.
KJ gets it free. Tell you what, let's Brian, you want to do one more? Let's do one more.
Eval?
Yeah, let's do one more eval.
One more eval, guys.
Wait, I'll tell you what. Let's go grand prize here. Let's do a membership with an eval.
A membership with an eval. There we go. All right.
How about that? And we'll wrap it up on that one. So this next one's going to be membership and an eval.
Taking that one out of your pocket, Paul.
You can take it out of my pocket. Hey, I don't get paid for this. What are you talking about? That's a pretty empty spot.
Hashtag grand. Type it in, guys. Hashtag grand.
Grand. There we go.
Hashtag grand. Let the machine pick up your hashtag grand. Should I do that for Carl too?
Yeah, put your name in for Carl. Carl wins.
I'll do it for Carl. Guys, I'm not trying to win my own prize. This is for Carl. No. He had to go.
Carl had to go, so we're putting it in for him.
Hashtag grand, guys.
A couple minutes for hashtag grand, then we'll run it.
Come on. Did everybody put it in? Robert? KJ, you guys put in hashtag grand, everybody. Come on. Robert,
oh, KJ already won.
Oh, yeah, never mind. Well, he might get another eval. Sam, hashtag grand.
That's true, KJ. You can put it in there if you happen to win again. You just get the eval.
Rusty did. Everybody put it in. Come on, guys. Put your stuff in. Hashtag grand. While you guys are doing that, let me do.
Members put it in there too. If you win, you get the eval.
Hashtag grand. You get the eval.
You got the membership, but you get the eval. Come on, everybody.
For everybody. Put hashtag grand in.
Everybody put in Brandon. Let's everybody take a shot at it. Why not?
Take a shot at it, guys. Take a shot.
We'll work it out.
We'll figure it out. Yes, we will.
We're here to have some fun.
Hashtag grand.
And don't forget, Monday morning in the room, we're all going to start trading our fresh 50Ks and we're going to pass them and get them paid.
Yes, we are. Do we have, did everybody put in hashtag grand so far?
There you go. Sam, Robert, Scott. Yeah, everybody's putting it in. All right, a couple more minutes, then we'll do it. Wait a minute or so. 1 minute.
Hashtag grand. If you don't win this one, don't worry, guys.
You want to see Pipsqueak?
Pipsqueak.
He was in my arms earlier. Pixie.
Hashtag grand.
Come here, baby. Pixie.
Pipsqueak. Come on. I want to see her too.
I don't know where she's at, guys. Sorry.
Is that it? Did we get everybody? Hashtag grand. I think we're ready. Are we ready, Paul?
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. Spin the wheel. You guys go. Spin the wheel.
And the winner is
Todd. Got another one. Todd, that's 2 for you today, buddy. Lucky devil.
Well, are we? Huh?
Lucky devil, Todd.
It doesn't matter. It was random, so.
It is random. We can't pick it.
We don't control it, so. Todd,
lucky devil, Todd.
You're a lucky man.
Yep. Yep. KJ, lucky. Good job. Hey, guys, I got a quick question before we wrap up here. We are right on time. It is just after 1 o'clock. Again, One of my best timing
Miracle. Absolute miracle.
presentations I've ever done. I asked to begin with if I could show you an actionable process that you could do, and would everybody be happy with it? Did I keep my promise? Did I keep my promise that I gave you actionable information today and taught you something that is a simpler process? Is that a yes, everybody? If so, I would say join us for a month at least. Is that a yes, everyone? That's what I promise every presentation, is that I teach you something that you can walk away with. So, got a few people. Okay, good. Awesome, guys. Well, hey, thank you, everybody. Thank you, everyone. Thought we had some good stuff here. Good training lesson. Thank you guys for participating so much. Everyone, have a great rest of your weekend. We'll see you, like Paul said, in the trade room come Monday morning. Come in, guys. Come on. Come join us. And we'll show you. Most likely in 1 week, if you show up with that new eval on Monday, you might actually end up by the end of the month paying for your membership.
Proof is in the pudding. You'll see it.
There.
I believe it is, Justin.
Yeah, I think it's going to go on YouTube, Justin.
KJ, let's you and I get on the phone, get you started off right.
Sweet. Okay, guys. Appreciate you. Thank you, everyone.
All right,
Bye-bye.
man. Thanks, everybody.
See you guys.